Hello and welcome to 3inMidfield Does Commentary. I am KO, of course, joined by the ever present coach Kojo, and it is a big one. England versus Germany with the Euros thrown wide open after yesterday's result. France obviously losing on penalties to Switzerland. The ever present coach Kojo. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Yesterday was emotional.
It was nuts.
It was emotional.
It was nuts.
Absolutely emotional. Crazy games of football. Shout out Croatia versus Spain.
Yeah. Not even. I wasn't even. I was at work for that. I got home. I'm not expecting that crazy get. What was it 3-3?
It was 3-3. The Croats scoring 2 goals in the last 5 minutes.
I saw your clip on that they clipped of you on
Pogba.
What was it? Was that for Pogba?
For Pogba to win.
You went go mad, but yeah.
Listen, that France game.
That was insane. That was
woo.
It's what you watch football for.
Exactly.
And all these guys talking about international football ain't good. When it comes to friendlies and qualifiers, fair game.
Yeah.
When it comes to tournaments,
we're here for it.
We're here for it. This is what you want from international football.
This is the drama we live for, and this is what it is. Faz was saying this tournament's been a bit there, blah blah. You have to wait, give it some time, wait for the real pressure to hit the knockouts, because that's where you get the best drama. We're talking about World Cups where I'll even bring up Ghana versus Uruguay. How dramatic was that one?
I'm not over that today.
Lampard ghost goal against Germany. Funny enough, who they play today.
Exactly.
So, and last night was a terrific game. France 3-1 up, and then out of nowhere, Switzerland said, "Nah, we ain't done here." Scored a goal for us offside, and the same guy came, scored the equalizer.
That cross from Mbabu was
wow.
Chef's. We done at the same time. Chef's kiss, bro. Chef's kiss. It was amazing.
And we had penalties as well.
Penalty shoot. Mbappe missing. Kylian, the guy with the gunslinger name and the attributes and the quality to back it up.
Boy.
Was it a gunslinger back then?
Project Mbappe was cancelled, man.
What is it now?
Yeah, I think we're going to Project Ronaldo or Project Messi instead. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's the...
Go for real goats.
Whoa, okay. he's got a wild.
I'm gonna bring this up right now, Jerry. Listen, I saw that tweet. And you know how I feel about that guy.
Low.
Bun that guy, yeah. I've never been a fan even before that missing the World Cup. So bun him. When
did he go to Sunderland? Was it before World Cup or after?
It was, I think it was just before, or he was during that year, 2010.
It might have been that year.
It might have been 2010.
Everybody was a fan. That guy took penalty. His penalty taking was elite. There's no cap. It was elite penalty taking
until the moment
when it actually counts.
When it matters. When it mattered.
He clanks it off the bar, and then he goes into the penalty shootout, puts in the top bins. I'm not even Ghanaian, and I'm not over that.
This is why I don't forgive. You know, forget England versus Germany right now.
England versus Germany. Obviously, that is the massive game. Let's get the lineups.
Here we go.
Boom.
We'll get up here on our screen as well, just so it's a bit clearer for us. Do you want to go through England first?
We'll go through England first. Jordan Pickford starts in goal. 3 at the back. 3 centre backs are Kyle Walker, Harry Maguire, John Stones, Kieran Trippier, and Luke Shaw are the wing backs. Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips make a pairing in the middle. Bukayo Saka, Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling are your front 3. Now, not the most creative, not the most exciting lineup, but is it a lineup? I think it's a lineup that shows that Gareth Southgate is very scared of what the Germans have. But is it a lineup that can ultimately beat what the Germans have?
It could beat what the Germans have, but for me, it's a bit too cautious. I think you need a bit more creativity because the Germans haven't got the best defenders. They've got good defenders, but they're not the best at defending. And I think when you got players like your Grealish, like your Mount, like your Foden, who have I'm not saying you can play all of them, but what I'm saying is you got to give yourself the best opportunity, in my opinion, to win. And I feel like when you lack creativity, as we've seen with a lot of clubs at club level and with teams with international level, when you lack creativity, you don't create as many chances as you want to. So it is a bit cautious. Not even cautious, it's very cautious. But considering if he's trying to counter the German threat, it makes sense.
Obviously, Raheem Sterling, England's top goal scorer, Bukayo Saka joining him as well. Obviously, for the reason why he's in that team was because of his performance against Czech Republic. I mean, you mentioned 3 names: Jack Grealish, Phil Foden, and Mason Mount. Like, obviously, you want to see players in form in the team, but when you got Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice, those 3 players are easily some players that can slot in next to one or the other. I think it would have been Declan Rice, not Calvin Phillips. But why? I just don't understand the caution.
I think I think if you are going to bring in one of those players, you need something of a formational change. So you need maybe 4 at the back instead of the 3 centre backs. 2 fullbacks.
My sister joins us. What do you want, man?
What's going on, fam?
You join us in my parents' bedroom. You want your washing basket? I shall get you your washing basket. You can continue. Okay. Go through the German lineup.
I'll go through the German lineup right now. Manuel Neuer in goal. 3 centre backs for Germany. Also, Antonio Rudiger of Chelsea. Mats Hummels back at Dortmund. Matthias Ginter, I believe, at back. You got your wing backs, Joshua Kimmich and Gosens. Was it Robin? Robin Gosens. Yeah. Yep. Central midfield is Toni Kroos and Leon Goretzka. Ahead of them as sort of like attacking midfielders, Thomas Meunier. Thomas Meunier. That's Belgium. Thomas Muller.
Yeah.
And Kai Havertz, and of course up front for them, they've gone for pace. Timo Werner.
Yeah, they go for pace, not quality, obviously. But then again, they haven't really got a out and out striker that
he's their pure.
He is obviously their best one. Not many changes. I don't think there are any changes in this team, to be quite honest with you. Matthias Ginter's there, Matt Hummels, Rudiger. Once again, these 3 defenders. Rudiger is probably the current best one, or the most recognized, obviously current Champions League holder.
Yep.
Matt Hummels obviously got the experience. Matthias Ginter plays for Gladbach.
I believe it's Gladbach. Yep. So, I believe it is.
So it's not the greatest defense, but that midfield, man,
so good.
That midfield. It's one of those things where you just look at it and it's like, and especially Toni Kroos and Goretzka obviously will do the dirty work.
Exactly. And what I like about this team is Goretzka is more of a box to box. He can drive with the ball, but he's also got creative ability. Toni Kroos can create from deep and as well as advanced positions. Gosens is a very good wing back going back and forth, got a lot of energy. Kimmich is not the fastest, but he's the most intelligent in that position. He's so good. He's proven that over the years for Bayern Munich, both at right back, wing back if they ever play free, and definitely a defensive midfield. Kai Havertz, more like a shadow striker, but can also create. Thomas Muller, IQ, right place, right time. Exactly. Got creative ability as well, but is an underrated goal scorer. And
not scored any goals in Euro
so far. But maybe he could break his dot today. And Werner, as much as he is inconsistent in front of goal, the fact is he makes great runs. He's always involved. He's got creativity because he has assisted a lot of goals for Chelsea this season. He's an important player. So he could play a big part in this game. And of course, Manuel Neuer, we all know he's more of a sweeper keeper at the end of the day. He knows how to help things move from advanced positions from his goal. So they've got a dangerous team. And really, from what I'm seeing, that team excites me more than the England lineup. But this is a game of football. You never know what could happen.
You never know. Obviously, Kyle Walker will be there. I just feel like his main role is to keep an eye on Timo Werner. Obviously, the pace, I think Kyle Walker is probably faster than Timo Werner, to be fair.
Might be.
That's probably what, going into Gareth Southgate's thinking, that will hopefully nullify whatever Timo Werner does. They take the knee. Kickoff will begin.
Thank you, Marie, for this. For everyone watching, tuning us with us right now. Kickoff, and the game has started. England, Germany.
Obviously, like we said before the game started and before the lineups, the tournament has been blown wide open with the shock result of Switzerland beating France.
Absolutely.
Obviously, England and Germany have the most easy bracket, let's say, in terms of names of clubs. So is it a case of whoever wins this game goes through to the final?
It's a case of whoever wins this game is the favourite to go through to the final. But as we all know, in tournament football, there's no such thing as an easy ride. I think Germany found that out in the last World Cup when they were dealt with.
Yeah, exactly. By South Korea.
Yeah, by South Korea. England were dealt with by Iceland, I believe, in the last Euros, wasn't it?
Euros.
Yeah. So, they are going to be known as favourites because they are, on paper, better size than the other teams. But we found out yesterday with France, they were dealt with by Switzerland. Went to penalties and they got beat, and they are a better side on paper by far than Switzerland. And Czech Republic were not expected to go through against Netherlands by a lot of people, because again, on paper, Netherlands have a better side. So it's all up in the air. But either way, we're in for a cracking game, I hope, of football, man.
Cracking game. That's the you get the old not Martin Tyler, Alan. No, what's his name?
The guy that left Sky Sports.
Yeah, not fired from Sky Sports. Andy Gray. Andy Gray. You got the old Andy Gray there. Obviously, a free kick now for England. Maguire John Stones are up there.
Could be an
Adding
interesting aerial battle. You got Hummels, you got Rudiger defending Ginter as well.
Luke Shaw with a delivery. I'm not sure that was probably the smart option with Krim Trippier there, but it gets headed away. Kyle Walker's now on the ball, getting chased down by Thomas Muller, goes back to the goalkeeper.
Should be interesting to see what they can do with the aerial battle. Leon Goretzka's another one for good aerial.
Yeah, they got some. Yeah. Apart from Timo Werner, probably Timo Werner is the smallest player in this German side.
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. And then but England have also got their threats as well. John Stones has proven this season that he's good at going forward for City. Got a few goals last season.
Yeah, maybe not defending. Cough, Darren. But anyway,
obviously Maguire. If he doesn't score a lot of headers,
but he's a massive presence there.
Massive presence indeed. Kyle Walker's decent in the air, quite tall. As the Germans attack
on the break, goes
on
out
the
to
right side. Joshua Kimmich, who also has a very good shot on him as well. Need to watch his.
That's a wonderful cross in.
Good cross is a corner already. And this is the thing that England needs to watch out for. The Germans are very intelligent. They're very smart. They will find gaps no matter the formation, no matter the approach. So this should be an interesting game to see. 2 minutes in, we had the first set piece for England, and now we've got the first corner.
And look, you just looking at what Pickford done there. You just don't trust him between the sticks especially when it comes to claiming balls in his area or command of every area. Cruz whips the ball in. Kyle Walker kicks it out.
Yeah, I mean, what you said there about Jordan Pickford is many a time where he's made comments talking about how he'll deal with things.
Yeah.
And he's been dealt with himself.
Yeah.
Liverpool fans will know best one of the times when he's assisted
David Origi
to score one of the easiest headers in a Merseyside derby that you'll ever see. So, you know, the eyes are on him. He's a good shot stopper, no doubt about that. But there'll always be questions about his handling, about his command of his area. And if this is not a test, it's a huge test for him. Massive fixture, as you said in the group chat yesterday, actually. So let's see. Thomas Muller on the ball right now. Pass the ball to Havertz to Gossens. Back to Tony. I'll give him by first name, like he's my boy.
He's one of those players where you just can.
Yeah.
It's Cruz. Tony, hit it. Let's call it Tony. Werner tries to use his quick feet. Like you said earlier before, he's not the greatest finisher, but he's very good on the ball, and that's what you got to look out for with Timo Werner.
Movement is one of the most dangerous skills you can have in football, because if you've got opponents that can't track you, regardless of speeds and all that. I mean, players that are intelligent, players
got his hand out the way quickly there.
Very quick. Players like I have to go for someone slow like Mata, for example. Mata sometimes is undetectable on the pitch, and you find him.
He's slow now. He's quite nippy before.
He was nippy beforehand, but even in his slower years, he still found ways to find space no matter what. Thomas Muller being another one as well that we talk about. But do you think England have any players in the pitch at the moment that have that kind of movement? Maybe Sterling, apart from Sterling, though. Anyone else?
Yeah, no, I think Harry Kane, obviously, but then again, he's probably going to be back behind the lines trying to look at him. He's right there. He's right in England's midfield, and that's not where we keep saying this every time England play. You don't want Harry Kane being there. You want him leading the line up at the defenders, putting pressure on their back three.
I genuinely feel like this is an approach done by Southgate at this point, because
you can say that, but I mean, unless you're saying that Southgate and Mourinho are quite pragmatic together.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Then it probably is both managers. But then again, Harry Kane did also do that under Ryan Mason. But then again,
he did.
How much command does Ryan Mason actually have?
I think the difference that sort of like Kane has with Tottenham, regardless of manager, compared to, because with Spurs, no matter the situation, he's scoring goals. And if he's going to create, he has someone like Son who knows as soon as Kane gets on the ball, all he has to do is go on his back. They have that sort of cohesion. He has had a good link up in England in the past with Raheem Sterling, but it's not to the level of Son. Will Raheem Sterling make those runs straight away? He's made a couple of runs in this tournament so far, and he's gone unlucky in one or two of them. He's got 2 goals, hasn't he?
He's got 2, yeah.
Yeah, so it just depends on what happens today.
I mean, like you say movement, but his movement to peel off the Czech defender to get the header was world class, to be fair. And that's something that he's always had in his locker.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially under Pep.
Absolutely. I think at Liverpool we saw glimpses of it, but we also saw a player that was, I think, a more well-rounded at that team. And I think under Pep's just made him more of a goal threat than a complete player, and that's okay. I mean,
he's made him a poacher essentially. He's obviously in the bad books now, so we don't know where he might end up at the end of this transfer window. But in terms of what he's done for City, I think he's easily been Pep Guardiola's best player. Obviously, Kevin De Bruyne is there. He's up there with him, but Sterling, I think, is like, sometimes you get 30 goals a season, sometimes he's got 25. He's in terms of impact and numbers. And during that first season where he won his first title, I think he was the main reason that they won a lot of games.
Yeah, I agree. And I think obviously Kevin De Bruyne wasn't. I don't think Kevin De Bruyne was a.
Timo Werner gets
going
released
for the pace it and good sweeper keeping.
It was good sweeper keeping, but dude, he could have fell on that. You know,
Yeah.
That's one of those things.
And this is the danger that Werner possesses. And, it'll be just like Werner to just hit target every time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good pass from Thomas Muller.
It's Goretzka.
Goretzka hasn't got the speed, though. Was he fouled?
I think he might have been fouled.
No, nothing given. Oh, wait. Is it a free kick? Yeah, it's a free kick indeed. Sorry. My apologies on that.
Oh,
is that
color?
Yellow?
It's a yellow card.
He wasn't last man. I don't think
there were 3 players surrounding him, so he may be lucky.
Yeah, Kyle Walker's there as
exactly.
well. Declan Rice, that is a foul, though, indeed. He's pulled him back.
Oh, I don't know, I think
it's a foul.
I think he's got hold of his arm. I don't think he's pulling it back. If he was pulling back, it might have been his shirt. But look at what Goretzka does. He's smart with this. I think he's very smart. He gets his leg in the way, makes contact with Declan Rice.
I mean, I think when you're not going to beat these 2 players in the foot race, you got to do anything you can to win that free kick.
I guess.
Yeah, and it's smart. That's what we're talking about, though. The Germans possess players, for me, that have a higher IQ on the pitch than the others. This is a very dangerous. It's a very
dangerous, especially with Toni Kroos there. But once again, it's. I think it was like yesterday as well when there was a free kick given that close to the box. It's getting the ball over the wall and then dipping it down in quick timing in order to score that free kick. So they may have to be smart. But then again, Calvin Phillips is there.
That might sound like a dinosaur to people, but I do not like this whole thing of lying underneath or lying on the ground behind the wall. I just don't like it. The wall's going further back though. He could actually hit this over the wall. It looks very close, but this is for a player of his quality. It's very much possible.
I think if Toni Kroos is going to hit this, he's going to hit this on the goalkeeper's side. He's going to smash it.
Yeah, maybe. Good afternoon, Big Run, by the way, in the comments. England's back 7 ain't working. Well, so far, not so much. But I think the Germans, this is what we said before, they have the ability and the quality to get past any sort of defensive structure. So let's see what they do with this free kick. It's a dangerous position.
You're saying you're a dinosaur, but I also agree. I mean, it does absolutely nothing. I've not seen a ball go under the wall. I mean, then again, it's preventative.
Yeah.
Havertz.
Ooh. It was a smart free kick, but it's been dealt with by the wall. Oh, that's a handball, no?
No, it's kind of far too close.
Okay.
Raheem Sterling doing his defensive duties.
Declan Rice there, obviously looking at him again. I think he's the one that blocked it.
Kyle Walker, I think it was.
Might have been Kyle Walker, indeed.
Joshua Kimmich with the throw.
I love this player. Such a good player. Such a good footballer, honestly.
He's one of those players where just because you haven't seen him that much outside of Germany, so that's why you don't really know much about him.
Yeah, but it's scary to not know much about him because when you see him play football, he's one of my dream signings in football. Where it's like, I would love him to play for my club, but I know he's not leaving Bayern Munich anytime.
Yeah, no chance, absolutely none.
If that opportunity ever arose, I would be screaming for any top side to really go and look out for him.
Luke Shaw heads it back. Harry Maguire plays to Declan Rice, who's 10 minutes in on a yellow card.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous, especially with those 2 in midfield.
He did come off at halftime in the previous game. We weren't sure whether that was an injury situation or just a tactical thing. Do you think that could be the same story here?
I don't think so. I think he's desperately going to try to keep those 2 defensive midfielders in front of those centre backs. It might be a case of not trusting them, but I don't think any team in this tournament or in world football, it's especially international football, has a great defense.
That is indeed true. Well, we look at the substitute options whilst we're here, and I guess the only defensive midfield, he's not a defensive midfielder, but a midfielder with a more defensive role that could fulfill a defensive role.
Jordan Henderson, obviously.
Jordan Henderson will be the only one, I guess.
It's one of those things. Is do you want to bring on a Jordan Henderson, especially when, like you said earlier, Goretzka's going to do the dirty work, box to box midfield. He's going to get forward as well, like he did to win that free kick. And he's got Toni Kroos as well, but they're very comfortable, especially in the midfield. They've got nobody that's going to run in behind them. Those 2 are very much going to stick right in front of defenders. And I mean, Big Ron pointed out it doesn't look like it's working so far.
So far, not. I mean, if I'm England and I know. Look, football is a game of chance. It's a game of risk. You know, I always say I'd rather look at a manager and say, even if you lost the game, the intent to try and win the game, I would accept it. You know, even if it's a devastating loss, if I can look at that and say he attempted to win the game, but change information, So if Rice was to go off, maybe switch to a back four, take off one of the defenders, maybe put Kyle Walker as a right back if you don't lose the pace. You know, I don't know. There's many options.
I feel like with the importance of this game, Declan Rice, especially, I mean, he's kind of he's gone. I think with the yellow card, he had to give that yellow card, but it may have been a bit too early, so he's gonna have to remain consistent. So I feel like unless it's a really bad foul, Declan Rice has one foul left in him before he has to get sent off.
Well, so far, it looks like Declan Rice's job is to track Kai Havertz, and for me, that's a dangerous game because if you're trying to find Kai Havertz, his movement is also very good. If you're trying to get him last minute,
he's got a dog in the background.
Downstairs barking his head off. Potentially, he's not someone that could make you get into another red card situation. So it'll be interesting to see.
England are on the attack.
Kyle Walker,
Bukayo Saka.
Oh, Saka.
Wonderful feet. Maybe a foul. I think that should have been given a foul, and it has been given a foul. Wonderful feet from Bukayo Saka, proving once again why he deserves to be in this team.
Yeah, last game he was very good. Look at a little shimmy, a quick away from Tony Kroos, shows that you don't need to touch the ball to be a player.
That is wonderful.
Dealt with Rudiger nicely during the foul. It's very smart football.
Makes me excited as an Arsenal fan. I must say.
Yeah, until he starts playing with Xhaka and Onana again. Oh no, Xhaka might be leaving though.
Exactly, might be going to Roma.
Yeah, so you know, Big Ron saying that they need to try and utilize the pace in Sterling and Saka, push Germany back. Might sound a bit Mike Bassett, but play over the top into space, bypassing midfield. There's nothing wrong with that. If it works, you must do it.
Trippier whips it in. Maguire
header is cleared away. Maguire again. Oh, has he? No. Yeah, and it's gone in straight to Kyle Walker. He plays it back to Jordan Pickford.
Once again, that's the guy that's going to try and any risk that you have, his pace is going to make up for it. Any mistake, his pace is going to make up for it. Obviously, the word you don't like is recovery runs, but he might be the master at them, especially in English football anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, when he's got the pace, I don't like using pace and power as a term, but he has got the pace and the power to catch up and deal when it comes to strength with his opponents. So that could be a very good, it's definitely a good position to start him anyway. And it could work wonders. The only worry would be if they're caught in a 2 or 3-in-1 situation. That's when it becomes an issue.
You don't want Kyle Walker to be caught in that situation. No pace is going to make up for that situation.
Absolutely not. That's John Stones on the ball, plays it back to Pickford again. Germany are just making sure that England are not getting comfortable on the ball at the moment in time. The Germans will dominate possession, but then this England lineup is not a possession-based team. So it'll be interesting to see how they run.
It's been a very methodical performance by England so far.
Absolutely,
they're trying to feel them out, but Germany, they seem to be the ones intent on making things happen. We look good throw to Bukayo Saka. He's trying to use his feet as well. Use his strength.
Rudiger is having a bit of an issue with him right now. Doesn't have to do with Saka at this moment in time.
I mean, this is why you have 3 players at the back. You need 2 people to obviously close the space. Try and cover you as much as possible. Indeed. Especially if you don't trust. That's why you're seeing a whole bunch of frees. People just don't trust. It's not tactical. People don't trust the defenders anymore.
Yeah, well, coach them to defend first.
There you go.
Not passing first. For anyone that saw Spain Croatia yesterday, if you saw Pau Torres, you're a fan. I'd like you to question why you are a fan before.
Raheem Sterling with some space. Goes for the shot.
Oh, it's a good effort. Oh, forces a very good save out of
Manuel
Neuer, and it's a corner. Very good effort from Raheem Sterling there.
Wasn't expecting that. Usually he tries to go a bit closer to the goal, but tries to catch Neuer off, and he was floundering, but he gets there with that long frame, of course. Very experienced from Manuel Neuer. Good save, both hands.
Yep, very good height for him as well, also, but very good effort. And England fans getting a bit emotional.
Hey, geez, remember that guy from Switzerland yesterday? That was good.
He was in pain, and 10 minutes later, his shirt was off, and he was an absolute jubilation.
With the ball in. Harry Maguire,
free header. Oh, but it's poorly. It's a poor header. It's a free header. He's got to do better than that. Still 0-0, and that's so easy for Manuel Neuer as well.
He has nobody around him. That is very poor.
Yeah, he's got to do better than that.
He's got to aim for. He's wrong. I think it dipped far. It dipped close to him, and that's what threw him off a bit.
Yeah. But regardless, it's still 0-0.
Timo Werner, but
That is
wonderful
a
touch.
foul. No?
Referee says no.
No, John Stones wins the ball back for England. Kyle Walker, Calvin Phillips, back again to Jordan Pickford. Jordan Pickford getting a lot of touches in this first 16 minutes of the game.
Shows that they actually trust him. I don't know why, but it is what it is.
Let's see. Calvin Phillips moving the ball down the right wing. Finds Trippier, but it's a poor pass.
Put under pressure.
And Tony Kroos wins the free kick off Bukayo Saka. Good start for England and Germany so far.
It's very good. Once again, this tournament hasn't disappointed, especially when it comes to knockout games. And it's very, very. I mean, tonight might be a disappointment. Sweden and Ukraine.
No, you know what? I don't think so. I mean, we're not gonna really go into that game too much because obviously we're here for England, Germany. But you know, those kind of games when it comes to knockout stages, I don't really want to say much. I'm just like, okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
That could be one of the most entertaining games of the tournament.
Imagine 5-5.
Yeah, exactly. Because we're not talking about back in the day, Bolton versus Middlesbrough, and we're just hoping that JJ Okocha and maybe Mark Viduka would produce a moment of magic.
Hey, Mark Viduka, that at least had a good. Oh, in Middlesbrough, sorry.
Middlesbrough time.
I heard Mark Viduka went straight back to Leeds. That bastard.
Oh yeah, huh?
Bukayo Saka on the ball.
Unlucky pass over there, trying to find
Harry Kane trying to do the dirty work. I don't think he's had a touch all game, to be honest with you.
I mean, well, he started to stay a lot more forward. And this is the problem that we're talking about. When you lack creativity on the pitch, your strikers don't want to get many touches of the ball. And this is why he drops deep. He wants to get touches of the ball. Harry Kane's not someone that enjoys being off the ball 9 times out of 10. He wants to get involved in the play because he can create, he can shoot from distance. Just like Raheem Sterling did. That's in the replay right now.
It's a great shot, great effort.
He's already stressed the fan in 18 minutes in. Boy. But
as long as your strikers are stressing out your fans, that's fine. When it's your defenders, that's when you're in real trouble.
That's facts. That's absolute facts.
Saka's seeing a lot of the ball, especially on that side of the wing.
And it's good. Get him involved in the game. He's a very smart player. He plays beyond his age, I should say.
He does. No, he's very young. I think he's 19 currently.
Yeah. I think Patrick Vieira said that Freddie, or was it Aaron Wright? It was one of the two that said that Freddie Ljungberg had a liking to him straight away.
Yeah, I think he brought him up to the under 23s.
Absolutely.
And was the reason he got his first team. He got his first team football day. Oh, no, I think it might have been Emery. But I think Ljungberg might have been the reason why he saw him.
Assistant, wasn't he? Under Emery.
No, I think
it was his coach.
No, it was one of his boys.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
it's one of those things in FM where you click when the assistant says like, "You're on far too much money. Get rid of this guy, man."
Yeah, but Ljungberg, Ljungberg was a wonderful winger in the Premier League for Arsenal.
Just not as good as Robert Pires, unfortunately, but
which is fine.
Exactly.
That's not even a bad thing. Robert Pires was a magician, an absolute magician. But Ljungberg was a very underrated player. Someone that's not actually mentioned enough in Premier League years. Scored very important goals for Arsenal.
I think got 80 goals, all comps, in his time there. So
good movement.
Scored in finals as well.
The iconic coloured hair.
Yeah, the red hair,
Mohican.
Yeah. The Swedish David Beckham.
Yeah, not going to go that far.
That's what he was called back. No, I'm not talking about quality, but in terms of like his impact on the game out the game outside of football.
Okay.
In terms of like media and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's a handsome man. I'm not going to
Fair enough.
That. He's a handsome man. That's facts.
Enough, man. Fair enough.
But
I think he done like Calvin Klein adverts and stuff like that.
He did indeed. Yeah, I remember those days. The homo. But anyway, I'm joking. I'm joking. That's a little bit of banter there. But no, he was a very good player, and he's someone that knows well about wingers and efficient wingers because he was efficient at that. Yeah. So Saka's not a bad choice, not at all.
Not at all.
England back in possession. They're starting to grow into the game bit by bit. Declan Rice.
Germany now on the back foot.
Sterling comes short, receives the ball, surrounded by three
so sign of respect, I guess.
Yep, so gives it back to Declan Rice. Declan Rice finds Kyle Walker on the right side, who finds it Kieran Trippier straight away. Saka.
Twinkle toes.
Again.
Wonderful tackle from Kroos.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to double up on him, Kroos and Rudiger.
Yeah, I guess that's not what Germany want. They don't want their quarterback, you're known for spraying passes left, right, and center, to be on defensive duty, especially when you've got a wing back in Goossens and and Rudiger should be dealing with of those two should be dealing with Saka.
Absolutely.
Quality of the player though.
Absolutely. Luke Shaw, who I'm just gonna say this right now, has been obviously making a lot of news because of this so-called beef with
Jose,
Mourinho. And all I'm gonna say right now is media-driven BS that Shaw has fallen for, because in punditry comments, which was when he was asked the question, knowing that obviously Mourinho does work for TalkSport at the moment in time, he was asked to assess the performances of some England players, and Shaw was obviously given to him. They know why they did that, but he said he's been fantastic against Czech Republic. He's had a good tournament so far, and the only thing he wasn't great at corners, but you don't expect him to be great at corners because he's not a set piece taker, really and truly, which is fine. That's been taken back to Luke Shaw as Jose Mourinho's made some comments about you, and now he's taking that to heart, and he's about why he's talking about me.
England now on the counter attack. Saka with space. Poor. Just took far too long. Finds Declan Rice though.
Declan Rice finds Raheem Sterling. He comes short again into the middle. That means Harry Kane is indeed a lot more forward. Calvin Phillips, which is ball from Declan Rice back to Declan Rice. Short on the left.
Needs to start overlapping. We wins the free kick once again.
Once again, indeed. And it's a good area. I think you got to get Trippier on this one now. Not sure. Get someone that's more of a dead piece.
Set piece specialist.
Thank you.
Dead ball specialist is the word.
That's the one you're looking for. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious me. Saka's winning a lot of free kicks here. Very good. Very good. And this is good for England. I think this is part of those play for set pieces sort of tactics options. You've got a good aerial prowess in there.
It's not, I don't know. With Kyle Walker's height, you want him in the box, but you also want him to cover.
Indeed.
So in terms of height in the box, I mean, both teams are very, very tall.
Well, we're about to see who's in there for that. But he's just outside anyway.
Yeah.
So he's there to track.
It's going to be Luke Shaw again.
He crosses it in.
Tries to go find John Stones, who hits it back in.
It in. It's dealt with, not completely just yet. Kimmich. Neuer supports. That is a good clearance.
Not if it goes to Saka.
No, Saka's dealt with, and it's back into England possession. I think we're about to see John Stones just drop to that ball. Yeah. He's going to let out for a throw. Nope,
no, so give us a Pickford, I imagine.
And we start again.
Man or Neuer, man. It's one of those things where you gotta love him.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta love him. But stuff like that, if he messed that up, that is an open goal for anybody.
Well, I think the one thing about him is that he's perfected that from even his Schalke days.
He perfected up to a point after that injury.
Yeah.
Especially what happened against South Korea in that World Cup. That should have been him. That should have been a moment of him realizing, okay, I'm not as young as I used to be. I need to stop doing this nonsense because it's giving away free opportunities. Unless that could have easily gone to Saka, and that could have been an easy open goal.
It could have indeed. But it was a good clearance from him regardless. England had the ball again. Raheem Sterling on the left side, joined by Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw easily gets past Ginter. Oh, sorry, that's Kroos. No, he's Ginter. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. Wins the free kick again.
I'd say these are tactical fouls, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yellow card needs to start coming out
bit by bit. But I think what's good for the German players right now is that this is
there we go. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Ginter gets the first yellow card for Germany.
Well, I was going to say this is Ginter's first offense, so maybe he's a bit unlucky there. But either way, it's a foul.
I think he's obviously been playing on the mind of the referee. And once again, I mean, literally 5 seconds before I said that he needs to start thinking about yellow cards, and boom, there you go, first one for Germany.
Ginter misses the next match with that yellow card.
If they go through.
If they go through, of course. Thank you.
There we go.
Kieran Trippier sets the ball down for the set piece, so it looks like he may be taking it.
This is Trippier. This is all Trippier.
It's an in-swing all day. It's asking for someone to just nod it along, maybe get a little toe on it if it's got the dip on it. So you got Raheem Sterling there, you got Harry Kane, you got Maguire.
He's got to be aiming for Maguire. Oh, he aims for
and that is
punches out, but
gone for a corner. Good defending from Germany, but it's a set piece dealt with by Kimmich, and it's gone for the corner for England yet again. Good cross. Raheem Sterling is actually very good at these set pieces. He finds his space.
It's his movement that's what sets him apart. He's not got the height, but then again, if you come up against defenders, especially Arsenal ones, and sometimes you just get lucky, score a header, innit? Not saying much about that, but England have the corner. Kieran Trippier once again on the set piece, whips it in.
Ooh, with again by Germany. And this is the thing, England are playing for the set pieces, but
Calvin
Germany
Phillips with a wonderful pass
that
out
is a
wide.
beautiful pass. He's gonna whip it
Trippier.
in.
Harry Maguire!
He was clattered into.
No, that's no excuse. He
should got on target.
actually should have got them target.
Mm.
In my book, that's a free header. There was nobody around him, especially in the air.
He's on side first. Yep.
He's miles on side. That is a wonderful opportunity for England.
Good run. And then
free header.
Yeah, to be fair, that
free header. He has time. He's got space. All he needs to do is direct that towards the goal, and he just can't.
And this is something that we spoke about just before the game has started. That you got Harry Maguire, who's so good and powerful in the air, but he just doesn't have the ability to add more goals.
Yeah.
From these set pieces to his game, and that's what you want. We come up on the Sol Campbells and the Vidic's and that's not saying that they scored headers every 2 or 3 weeks.
Does wonderful.
Almost, that's just saying that they provided more of a threat.
Yeah.
As a
maybe if a certain Spanish defender came to Man United, you might train
him. The King of Kings, the game, Triple H, the cerebral assassin, the COO of the WWE.
101 goals from fucking centre back. God, it's all right.
If you don't know what we're talking about Real Madrid's former captain Sergio Ramos.
That was a wonderful play. Saka doing his defensive duties, wins the ball back up the pitch, goes back to Pickford.
And we start again for England. I think it's good that England have that patience to go back again to the goalkeeper. You don't need to rush. 27 minutes into the game, you're not in a bad situation right now.
Harry Kane not on his toes.
No, it was a bad pass from I think that's Trippier in the first place. Rudiger intercepted it. Germany are in possession now. Toni Kroos, that is a lovely pass.
Stones
to Kai Havertz, whose movement is key in his game. So we're going to see if we can get him behind the defense again.
But I think his movement is key when it comes to him being in the area. I don't think his movement outside the box is that good.
That's true. And that being said, he just conceded.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing about Germany right now is they've not got the width. It doesn't seem like they've got the width. Yeah, because Kimmich isn't getting forward, and Goosen doesn't look like he's getting forward. Either. Yeah. So Kai, obviously they realize that they got John Stones, they got Harry Maguire, and Kyle Walker in there. In terms of aerial battles, they shouldn't be losing inside the box. So maybe that's a decision, a tactical decision.
It could be,
but I think they need to switch it up because they are very much on the back foot. But then again, they have players like Kroos, who if you give him a chance on the ball, he will punish you.
He will absolutely punish you. He's got the prowess. He's got set pieces as well. He can shoot from range. His passing is second to none. So it will be interesting to see. I think the Germans need to be very methodical right now because England they've grown into the game and now they've taken over the game. And they look very comfortable taking the ball forward at every given opportunity. So, and they're utilizing the wide men very, very well. So Germans do need to be methodical. It might be
Harry Kane going too early.
Yep, not on the same page. Maybe a little hold-up play there. Maybe 1-2. Goretzka's going to try and advance the ball.
He must have thought he was Son in that situation.
Kimmich with the long pass again. Yeah. These long passes are not going to work. They need to start trying to play through England.
Time and space, wonderful ball over the top.
Sterling, can he stop it?
He keeps it in.
Did. The boy from Brent just run the corner.
Skips past the defender. Wembley. Gets the ball in. Nobody there. Cross. Harry Kane is. I don't understand why he's at the far post.
Yeah, Saka's more and more in the middle at the moment in time. Here comes Neuer. Takes his time, plays a little chip pass to Joshua Kimmich. Lovely pass. Foul.
Goes down, wins the free kick.
Drawn from Luke Shaw. And Germany have a free kick. 30 minutes into the game. Who do you think's been the better side so far?
England. England have been, I wouldn't say all over Germany, but they've definitely had more chances.
Absolutely.
And they look, I wouldn't say they look like they're going to score next, but like I said, they've had the chances. And Germany haven't. I mean, apart from that first 5 minutes, Germany looked quite threatening, but they've been on the back foot.
I'm just wondering when Harry Kane is going to get one of those chances, because at this moment in time, he's not finding his way into shooting positions, and he's got good aerial prowess also. So I'll be hoping that he gets a lot more involved in these aerial battles.
Yeah.
But I do understand that probably the tactic is, look, Harry Maguire is the most dominant in the air in the squad right now. So maybe try and find him, nod it on, maybe try and find a header towards goal.
As Havertz has the ball, gets out to Kimmich.
Now Germany are trying to approach. That is
a wonderful ball in.
Ooh, and Gosens maybe, just maybe should have got into that Kimmich. Good quality cross.
Didn't quite time the header. Didn't quite time the run. That's a wonderful cross.
Indeed, Kai Havertz played the ball out to the right wing to Kimmich.
Luke Shaw wasn't expecting that ball.
Left. Ooh.
Wasn't expecting that ball to come in with his left foot.
Not
That's a wonderful cross, both footed. Of course, Joshua Kimmich missed times the header.
Let's say England. Kyle Walker did well to just have Goossens under a bit of pressure, make sure it wasn't comfortable for him to make that run and plant his head on that ball. I think without that pressure, he gets there in no time and is able to direct that, get that goal side.
That looked like it was a handball.
It may have been.
Maybe
so
not.
If they do get a goal scored,
finds a wonderful ball to Werner.
Wonderful save. Jordan Pickford closed it down early, used his body very well to get in front of him. It's a good save. The game remains 0-0 so far.
This is why you can't switch off, especially in international football. Havertz just so calm. All his time space to find a wonderful pass, wonderful weight on it as well. If it was a better striker, maybe it's 1-0 Germany.
I'm thinking maybe just dink that over the goalkeeper a little bit, a little bit of finesse into that finish. But regardless, he got into the position. Decent effort, but equally met by Jordan Pickford with a good save. And it's still 0-0. But Germany slowly now starting to get their chances here and there. It's an interesting game of football so far.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah. It's been a tactical battle, I'd say.
It has been.
Yeah.
And it's not been boring either. You've got two teams going for it at the end of the day. We thought, I don't know.
No, I did as well. Yeah, I know where you're going with
that. England would have been a little more defensive with this approach. But Calvin Phillips is playing some good passes, finding spaces in behind. Declan Rice is joining in with the set pieces. It's a decent start so far by England. Raheem Sterling with good effort earlier on in the game. We're not yet to see Harry Kane. Big Bron refers to him as a mannequin.
Well, here you go.
But here he is right now, and it's dealt with easily.
To be fair, he has been a mannequin up front. He's been non-existent all game.
What do you think he needs to do to get more involved?
He needs to bring somebody on so he can link up with him. Especially he needs some right behind him. But then again, for the entire tournament, you could easily say he's been a mannequin.
He has been indeed. Really got on the ball on the left. Back to Toni Kroos, who's more in a deeper position, just in between the centre backs. Passes the ball to the right side of Mats Hummels. Back to Toni Kroos, going to dictate play from deep. Hummels again.
Harry Kane doing defensive duties. They obviously don't want him spraying passes, and that's if you're going to do something, at least do that.
Yeah.
Well,
the ball just
boom. Here you go.
Line.
Switched off for a second. That's a wonderful pass to Kimmich.
That's a beautiful ball to Kimmich. But
good
well dealt with by Harry Maguire, and this is the threat. Oh, he's offside though, isn't he?
Yeah, offside.
That's a threat. That's what they're looking for. Just that little bit of time. Is he offside? Yes, he is.
Look at that. You just Harry Kane drifted off just a few centimeters.
Yeah,
I almost went through Pickford's legs. So very strong legs, I guess. Very fortunate though.
Well, I will praise the line that England had defensively to make sure that Kimmich was offside. But also, it's good that Harry Maguire played to the whistle, got back in time, still blocked the cross, and then dealt with the thing.
You have to play to the whistle now. You can't. There's no stopping.
There is no option.
There's no option. You just have to.
Yeah, with VAR around now, if the decision is offside, then they will find it for you. And that's as simple as it gets. I say that. I mean, Aston Villa conceded. No, not even conceded. They stayed up with a goal that should have counted. So
and maybe we wouldn't even be arguing about Jack Grealish right now. It'd be in the Championship.
Oh yeah. Or maybe he'll join. I don't know, Everton. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? It's football.
Hey, City, £100 million bid.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So far, still 0-0. We've got John Stones on the ball. Finds Calvin Phillips, who's starting to enjoy that right side at the moment. I think it's allowing Kieran Trippier to advance a lot more forward. Maybe do a little bit of a link up with Bukayo Saka, who's moving a lot more inward now. So that might be the idea that your Phillips moves wide. Harry Maguire likes to go on the left side, so Declan Rice will drop in for him. Obviously, you got Kyle Walker with his recovery pace, as mentioned before. And John Stones is staying deep no matter what, unless it's a set piece. He's always pretty much the last man that can pass through.
Harry Maguire driving forward.
As we said, on that left side.
Throw in for England. Havertz won't be happy with that one.
Is
he bleeding from the ear?
No, I think it's just very red.
Do get your comments in, so we try answer. Well, we will answer them at halftime.
Any questions? Throw them in straight to us over here. Thank you to everyone that's been viewing so far. We send the numbers go up and down, but of course we know how it is with Streaming world today. There's so many streams going on around there, but
Yeah.
hopefully you're staying with us. Also, yesterday I was on Never a Foul, so pick up the boys from Never a Foul. It was an excellent stream that I really enjoyed for well, an emotional game as we mentioned earlier today.
Not a bad game.
Kyle Walker
had so much time.
yeah.
Chose not to. Got very scared. Declan Rice is out there now.
I thought he was going to cross that. He didn't. Wow.
Yeah. Had a great opportunity. Three strikers in the box.
Trippier. England playing a little link
Saka.
up. Saka on the right side, close by Rudiger. Back to him. Little link up play there. That's brilliant. Calvin Phillips has
tries to find Harry
progressed.
Kane. Harry Kane is surrounded by 2 defenders, so I doubt it would have got to him.
Yeah, and that is good by Goosen to make sure it doesn't go out for a corner. It goes out for a throw. I'm very impressed by Calvin Phillips so far.
He's had a wonderful game.
Absolutely.
Very, very good.
He's in the box right now. Finds the ball. Try to find Saka. Havertz intercepts, and now Havertz is going to try and make a move over here.
Declan Rice has to be careful.
Rice did what to stay with him
within the first 10 minutes.
Absolutely.
Calvin Phillips
there.
Lee's one on him. It looked like
it's a good game so far. Very good game in football. England fans passionate. Very impressed by their.
Was that Alan Shearer in there with a mohawk? That looked like Alan Shearer for a second.
Might be his long lost twin.
Must be. Somebody's delivering something to Kojo's door.
Oh no, it's so my brother's coming to my house today to drop off a present for my niece.
There you go.
Joy, who is her birthday today.
Oh,
so happy birthday, Joy.
Happy birthday.
Hope you're having a wonderful time.
I doubt you're watching us, but
she's definitely not watching us. She's on a school trip. She's not even allowed her phone on a school trip.
Oh, mad.
So yeah, so she's away for the week, enjoying her birthday with her school friends.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, she's good.
Offside given.
Indeed. 38 minutes in. We are 7 minutes till the 45, and then maybe some added time. There hasn't been many stoppages in the game so far, to be fair.
It might be 1 minute.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful pass.
I think he should really try and dink this. I understand he's got John Stones with him, so he's maybe trying to just, finish it quickly. But that is the one thing of
Oh,
bloody hell, that was a tough challenge, wasn't it?
Space is opened up, finds Havertz. Doesn't have quite have the pace. Kyle Walker's there, gets tripped.
The one thing that was missing from another thing that's missing from Timo Werner's game is that composure in front of goal. He doesn't have that natural composure to just sort of.
What's weird? Like you wouldn't say that when he was at Leipzig, would you?
It's odd, but I think with someone like him, when he has a lot of time to think about this, because a lot of him misses that he should have been scoring. There's always been a little bit of pressure. Like there's been many people surrounding him, even if they've not been on him per se. Thank you, Big Ron, for the birthday. Shout out to Joy. But when he's had those goals for Leipzig, situations where he's drifting in from the left and all he has to do is run. Because you know how I don't like Bundesliga defending.
Yeah.
It's always open. There's always space for your strikers to run in behind. And he had many times where he just drifted in and just ran into space. It's one of the goalkeeper. And I think when you've got that time to really just think about your finish, he is one of the best at doing that.
John Stones,
Kai Havertz.
Havertz wins it.
But Maguire deals with him easily. Phillips retains the ball. Rice plays to Shaw to Phillips. Phillips back to Rice. Rice is going to dribble the ball across the box. John Stones deals with that. That's a very good play from John Stones, I must say.
They've obviously built up a great partnership with Calvin Phillips, and as Harry Kane plays the ball over the top, wrong player, I'm afraid, was there. That's where you want Sterling, that's where you want Saka. Unfortunately, with Calvin Phillips, as I was saying before, Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice, they built up a nice partnership. So we understand to a degree why they have to play.
It's funny. Those two have done it for England, playing with each other like maybe once every 2 months. Parent McFred have not been doing that properly for a while.
Well, there may be a difference in quality.
Yeah, that's be a little digging there. You know how it goes. Still 0-0, 40 minutes played, 5 minutes to go till
some French midfielders get played out on the right to facilitate that dream team though. So it's interesting.
Some French midfielders have a wonderful performance and are the best players on the pitch of a certain game, and still manage to find some criticism about dancing for the celebration.
Sterling tries to hold the ball up
as if he shouldn't celebrate a 30-yard screamer, but it is what it is. Anyway, Manuel Neuer has the ball outside his box as per usual. Did a little Michael Jackson shimmy over there.
It looked like he tried to kick.
Yeah, exactly. Still has the ball, plays the ball over the top, tries to find Kai Havertz, is dealt with by Harry Maguire, who stays very tight
To Havertz,
to Havertz every single time in these aerial battles. And England will get back into possession. John Stones, finds Calvin Phillips, who is in the defensive right side, and also the build up of play for England at the moment.
He's very much the facilitator right now.
Absolutely, it's been a very impressive performance so far. Kyle Walker,
that was the opportunity to pass. That may have been a foul, to be fair. I don't think the referee saw it. All the linesmen.
Has he kept it on? He has kept it
on, but that's a very dangerous situation.
But it's good for Phillips. Very composed. Didn't rush it. Didn't panic. Kyle Walker in the middle finds Declan Rice. Declan Rice finds Maguire on the left. Finds Harry Kane, who's now trying to get involved. It's a good dribble.
Twinkle toes.
That's a free kick.
Wins the free kick, obviously.
Play.
I think that has to be a yellow card as well.
Now Harry Kane started to slowly get involved in the game bit by bit. A decent pass attempt anyway.
One wonderful feat, to be fair.
Very good feat. Kept the ball very well. Foul by Goretzka. Should be. Do you think yellow card?
I think that's a yellow card. Yeah. They stopped him in his tracks. It was very much a good opportunity there for England.
Absolutely. But he's got away with it.
It's Harry Kane there, I think. No.
That's Trippier.
Luke Shaw. They're trying to cross it in. That hasn't worked. The delivery hasn't been that good. I want to say it's a great opportunity for it to strike the ball, but if you got power.
Well, Harry Kane's got that kind of power.
Yeah.
You know, he's not an everyday free kick.
That man right there, boom. That's perfect.
What a beautiful man on that TV right now. That's David Beckham for anyone that's too young to recognize greatness.
Long.
You know what I mean?
We weren't talking about Ed Sheeran here.
He's good. Oh, sing that guy. Very good. Not really matters for Beckham's day, you know what I'm saying?
That was horrible. Quick free kick. Finds Harry Kane.
Oh, good defending. He was alert, Matt Hummels.
That's the experience for you.
Yeah.
The man mountain. Matt Hummels.
Who scored an own goal against France, but
he was switched on. He had to be. Otherwise, Harry Kane has very much got a free shot at goal.
Absolutely. It's an England corner. Trippier going to be in swinger here. And see how good this delivery is. It's whipped in.
Wonderful.
Good attempt at a cross. Gusens is going to attempt to keep this on and start a counter attack.
Does, but there's nobody there.
Poor. He should have taken his time with that. If there's no one in front, take your time.
And to be fair, I think he was stretching. I think I would have gone out if he did take his time. But
there
was nobody in front of him. Pickford.
Long ball.
That was it found its way to Calvin Phillips. It wasn't a target at Calvin Phillips.
No, it wasn't. Calvin Phillips was fouled, but referee has a way to play on. John Stones picked it up, found Trippier, who's trying to find Saka. Saka again, very good, but it is indeed a Germany throw. If you're gonna give someone from each side the best player for their side so far, who would you go for England?
We said obviously not Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips for England. And to be fair, I don't think I can name one for Germany. I guess Kai Havertz. He obviously the past two team have earned that. I think was probably the best one of the best chances of the game. Obviously, I think Harry Maguire's header.
Yeah.
Oh, what color is this?
It was a bit of a naughty one from Calvin Phillips, but it's
yellow card.
I want to give that a red. But of course, replays will be shown. If they think it's an upgraded one, let's see. Anthony Kroos. It is nasty. It is nasty. I don't know if VAR will take this further.
They're going to take that further. That camera angle did not look good.
That
was a bad tackle.
Stud showing. It is high.
It might. The benefit is it was his heel, not the whole boot.
Facts. That is very true.
I
think he's going to get away with the yellow, but that is a naughty one.
I do not know.
Now you got Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips on yellow cards.
But it's a potential red. That he should not have been shown. His studs there. Very dangerous.
Very
VAR is obviously checking right now. Play continues.
Play continues. It's 1 minute as you predicted of extra time.
Havertz
has the ball.
Twinkle toes.
Keeps the ball very safe. Gives it ball back to Mats Hummels, who plays it to Ginter, who's on his right side. Back to Mats Hummels. We're about to close out the first half. Maybe a little bit of time extras because of the little foul at the end. But it looks like it's going to a 0-0 half time. Germany don't look like they're very much eager to push the ball forward right now.
No, not at all.
Thomas Muller. That's a poor pass from Thomas Muller. Sterling picks it up.
Harry Kane.
He's going to try and progress all the way by himself.
Finds Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. Oh, what a tackle from Mats Hummels.
The man mounted once again.
Harry Kane with the right idea, good touch with his left foot,
Oh.
beat Neuer. Neuer was nowhere to be found after that touch. Excellent touch.
Timo
And now
Werner can break.
Germany on the attack. And suddenly the game that was on the end is coming to a frantic end here. Tony Kroos.
Give him time. You don't want to give him time. Calvin Phillips.
Leon
Goretzka.
And it's half
He's
time.
blown.
That is
Half
a
time.
brilliant, sensational stop off the line, essentially, by Mats Hummels.
Here's the replay. Poor pass.
Poor
from
pass.
Thomas Muller.
And then Sterling with a brilliant run, driving through all the way.
Wrong decision, but if
Kane got a bit of luck.
the way.
Excellent touch with that left foot, just to take it past Neuer here. That's what he has to do. He's stretching for that. Get it out of the way. Neuer is done for. Absolutely done for. But Mats Hummels, sensational recovery, aware, alert.
Oh. Do you think that was the right decision for him? I think he should have hit that with his left foot.
I think it's the right decision. He's stretching. And I think when he's stretching with Neuer approaching him on that side, he's not going to get the cleanest of connections.
Fair enough.
To get past him. I think that touch, he does him. Absolutely does him. It's an excellent touch. But Mats Hummels, I must say, who has been, for me, Germany's best player so far. So good at the back. No at half time.
Kroos and Trippier, they're communicating. Maybe in Spanish, Kyle Walker looking like. What are you guys saying? No, but like you said, what an end to that. It's been a great game.
It's been a
very good game.
Very good game so far. Germany started off very well, trying to create a few chances. Havertz making a good run, was stopped very well by Declan Rice fouled him anyway.
Yep.
But Kyle Walker made a good recovery run to make sure that it wasn't going to end in a red card, only in a yellow card. Timo Werner had a very good chance, but it was met by Jordan Pickford, who closed it down very well, made it difficult for him to apply a good finish. So that was their chances. Raheem Sterling with a long-range effort, saved very well at a good height by Manuel Neuer. 2 headers for Harry Maguire that he should
at least on target.
Yeah, absolutely. And Harry Kane coming close twice. I say coming close. They weren't particularly efforts, but he was literally a second away from applying the effort. Not only, but twice stopped by the man we call the Man Mountain, Mats Hummels. Great first half.
Yes, indeed. Man. Alan Smith, what was Endo, bruv?
He loves Alan Smith. You must love him.
Disrespectful. It is what it is, man. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it now. I'm fine with it.
Could be worse.
Could it?
Could be McAlowen.
True.
There you go.
True.
There you go.
True. Fair enough.
See?
Fair enough.
Could be
Robbie Savage.
I was literally about to say the same name.
Yeah.
If, by the way, if you want to call any of us Emma Hayes, we ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? Because she's doing this. She's doing this thing.
There you
know what
go.
I'm saying? She's doing this thing.
Here we go with
This
that
was a
opportunity once
big
again.
opportunity.
I think Sterling should have released somebody, but then again, there was no option. I don't know. I don't think he was stretching. I think he made up his mind to bring the ball back. But I think he could have hit with his left foot. Maybe in form, Harry Kane could have applied the finish earlier.
First time. Well, obviously we're muted, so we don't know what Rio and the rest are saying about this chance. But
That's wonderful defending.
that is superb. And you know how we love defending over here.
Yes, we do.
Yep. Big run saying Alan Smith was okay, scored the win in the Winners' Cup final as well, former Leicester City player too. Oh no, not disrespect to Alan Smith. He was a good player.
No, as a player, no.
As a player, yeah.
Honestly, I don't think he's that bad of a commentator.
No, he's not.
But I think because I played FIFA so much,
you hate him now.
his voice is so monotone.
Yeah.
That's why I assume. That's why I assume you're calling me that Alan Smith as a commentator in real life.
He's great. He's good.
He's very good.
Yeah, he's
very
good. Endo saying Kojo with the fresh trim, bust me your hairline, please not worry. You said the same thing to Cahil last week.
You did, man.
Go get a haircut, fam. But if you want my barber, if you're in London, if you want my barber, shout me. I'll give you my barber. Don't worry about that. He's a real one. He's a real one. Shout out Sylvan.
There you go.
He's our barber, I should say. Actually,
he is. Yeah.
He comes to the yard as well. So be prepared for that home fee. But
I was thinking about saying it, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna be cool.
Yeah. It ain't cheap. It ain't cheap.
No, it's not cheap by you. Pre-pandemic standards for haircuts, for men's haircuts.
That's
anyway.
true. That's true.
I think it's fair. To be fair, I think £10 was a bit too much for haircuts.
£10.
It was a bit too cheap, low. Yeah,
he went to 15 at some point, but now for home visits he does 30, which is fine.
It's fine.
Which is fine.
Let's talk about the game, obviously. Once again, shout out Silver. Very open. No, yeah, very very good game. Very many chances for both sides. Let's talk about obviously tactics because they're gonna be in there. They're gonna think of ways to get around what England. I think England defend quite well, but there are ways around that. I think the ways are speed in which they have. I'm not seeing their bench. If you get the lineups back up,
absolutely. Why not? Shall we? Here we go over here, and we will go down to the bench, which is already there for us actually. So on their bench, you got.
So they do have Serge Gnabry, they do have Leroy Sané, and I feel like they are the options.
They are the options
that are going to test this England lineup.
Jamal Musiala.
Musiala, yeah.
Yep. He's an interesting one because he had the option to play for England also.
So, and the third member of 3inMidfield is very, very keen on him.
He is indeed. And listen, he's a good young talent. We've seen him for Bayern Munich already, apply himself quite well in good situations. He's an option. I mean, he's a young guy. He's not. So I'm not saying he's the main option, but if I'm being honest, I'd rather see him than Kevin Volland because Kevin Volland should be nowhere near this Germany side.
Who does he play for?
He's at Monaco right now.
He's at Monaco. Right now.
He's at Monaco right now, and quite frankly, Monaco could do a lot more better than him. To go from Jovetic to Volland. I feel like
he's been around for ages.
He's been around for years. He played in Germany for Schalke, I believe it was. Yeah. He was one of those players that I guess when he was coming up.
And Cologne as well.
And Cologne, yeah. When he was coming up.
That chance for Harry Maguire, man.
Should be doing better than that.
That's got to go on target. You got to be forcing Neuer to make a save. I think Neuer would get there, but you got to force him to make a save.
Absolutely.
He knows it himself.
How would you go into the second half? Change anything for England?
For England, no. I think they keep the same lineup. They've done very well. I think once you get to the 70th minute, that's when you decide. If it remains 0-0, that's when you decide to bring on. I think you bring on Jude Bellingham, or maybe Mark. I think you bring on Jude Bellingham and Marcus Rashford. You want a bit of creativity. You want a bit of speed, especially in the center of that pitch. So just break the lines, get through Toni Kroos and Goretzka. Give them something to think about because yes, Calvin Phillips is doing very well right now, but he's like I said before, he's the facilitator. He's spraying passes around. He's not driving with the ball. And that's what's going to get Kevin Volland on the brain, Toni Kroos and Leon Goretzka thinking.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I also agree with your shout to have one of, or maybe both.
I think for Germany, I think it's both. You've got
Gnabry and Sané.
In terms of width, England have been very, very comfortable. You need to break up those three. I mean, John Stones is quick. Kyle Walker is obviously one of the quickest players on the pitch. But if you introduce Serge Gnabry and Leroy Sané, that gives them all something to think about. It just gives it brings those centre backs out. So it gives Timo Werner, it gives Kai Havertz time and space. So if they were to whip in the ball, instead of going up against Kyle Walker, John Stones, and Harry Maguire, it might just be one of them. And if out of the three, you're going to want to go up against Kyle Walker.
I agree. Maybe just see how they approach the second half. Though I do want to see if England have the chest. If the game is 0-0, 65th, 70th minute, for me that's even too late to make a change. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if he wouldn't make those changes because England have not been bad. They've been good actually. They've been comfortable. They've dealt with everything that's been thrown at them quite well.
What do you think of the decision to not start, but not even pick Calvert-Lewin?
I find it odd to not even have him on the bench because number one for me, firstly, I didn't think he should have been in the team in the first place, and that's not saying that he's a bad.
You don't think he should have been?
No, as in I feel like he's not a good. Not that he's not a good second option. I need to choose my words more wisely.
Yeah, you do.
Not that he's not a good second option, but I feel like when you make changes, for me, when you make changes, you don't want to make a like change.
Okay.
So Harry Kane and Dominic Calvert-Lewin are not the same player per se, but the way they approach going forward for goals in the box are the same way. You know, Calvert-Lewin is not the quickest either. He's someone that can also be a lot more physical, like Harry Kane. Someone like, you know, I'll say these three names because I think these are the three names that are in contention. So you got your Ollie Watkins, you got your Danny Ings, and you've got your who's the last one I'm thinking of? Patrick Bamford.
Yeah.
Who all scored goals this season. They had a very good. All three of them had good seasons. But they all provide something different. Bamford misses a load of chances, but he's very much movement based. He's very much need 1-2 touches before one touch and then he tries to hit the back of the net. Ollie Watkins is speed. He is break fast behind, bend his run, try and find the gap in between the centre backs. And Danny Ings is kind of the same thing, a poacher's kind of role, but he's also got a bit of a good effort from outside the box as well. He's not afraid to take a shot at a given opportunity, that kind of thing. And I feel like they missed that second or just different option. You know, England always used to scream about having someone like, you know, they used to take like a Rooney and they have a Defoe, but they had Peter Crouch, 3 different players.
Oh, Theo Walcott was there.
And Theo Walcott. So 4 different players that can also play like a forward and provide a different type of threat at the same time, you know. So I feel like they're missing that. And Calvert-Lewin, that's the reason why I feel like he shouldn't have gone. However, if you've taken him,
you got to put him on the bench.
That's as simple as it gets.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's not there, because he's not going to play Conor Cody.
yeah, true.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
As
Ben White features as well.
Ben White's not even on the bench either.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. You lost a creative full-back / wing-back, whether you want to class Trent Alexander-Arnold as. So I understand that when you lose a creative player, for me, you want to bring more creativity in to replace that creativity lost. And if you haven't got that in the full-back row, you've already got your Trippier, you've already got your Kyle Walker if you want to do a back 4 or a back 5. So why not bring in a midfielder to add to that? Why not bring... And it doesn't have to be Lingard. Lingard's more about movement. He's not a creative player. But again, movement can help create chances. Just by seeing your player make a move, you can play into that area, see like someone like Callum Phillips has the ability to play those passes. So why not, why not try and add those other elements? Because if Ben White's not going to be in your team, that's a waste of time. Yeah. If Callum Phillips is not going to be a waste of team in your team, that's a waste of time. So for me personally, I just don't agree with any of those choices made.
Random question here. Where were you in 2001? What?
Hey, what? That's an odd question. Why are you asking that question, Endo? What's the... Are we talking about England, Germany here? Is that the end game, or what are we talking about here? Certain man streaming the match when the game is on BBC. I don't know for them people there, to be honest.
Yeah, just listen to us.
I don't know for them people there.
What's wrong with us?
It's free on BBC. We're watching on BBC on TV right now. We're not behind. That's as simple as it gets. For anyone that's watching this though, because I know there's sometimes a bit of confusion on YouTube when you're watching a stream. Sometimes it's going to be about 3 or 4 seconds behind the actual match being played. So if people think that people are streaming, sometimes that's not the case. It's just a case of in that moment in time when you're watching, it may look like we're behind, but we're definitely in line with you watching the game.
Oh, yeah. It's just about internet connection. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not even your interconnection. That's what happens on YouTube as a general.
This is in general. Okay,
it's just a stream thing, and that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. So what we say right now will come up 3 seconds later. And it's all a big thing, so
But I do want to know what that question is about. Well,
that 2001 question. That is very odd. That is very, very odd.
Yeah. But back to the game. Just talk about England's option. We talk about the speed that offered by Leroy Sané and Serge Gnabry, but England's options, Jadon Sancho hasn't exactly featured and like a 10-minute cameo against Czech Republic. Obviously Marcus Rashford is there. When do you bring those guys on?
For me, I'm a fan of making subs with half an hour to go. The first 15 minutes in the second half will give me, in my mind, an idea of who is going to survive this game and who isn't, who's going to struggle, who can make a difference in certain areas, because you can start to find a lot more weaknesses at the beginning of the second half within your opponent. So that would be my time. Knowing Southgate, when he's comfortable with the team and how they're playing, he's looking at 65th, 70th minute. For the subs that I'd bring on, I mean, you've got 5 substitutions. So, it's up to your discretion. For me, I'd go to a back 4. Kyle Walker at right back, maybe take off Trippier and bring on one of Mount or Grealish to add to make it to a midfield 3. Saka's played well, so I don't think it's come off. I know why Kane is going to stay on regardless, so that now sacrifices.
And obviously Sterling is the leading goal scorer at Tom, so you don't see him going off. But I feel like with the space that being afforded to Raheem Sterling, someone like Marcus Rashford, who's very good on the ball. I think he's as a dribbler, he's much better than Raheem Sterling. So I feel like that's probably the sub that you need to make. I don't think he's in terms of finishing, no, but in terms of beating a few players, especially when it comes to the tight corners and in the middle. That's who you need to bring on.
Endo has clarified it was Liverpool's treble winning year. Okay, here we go. Right, listen, Endo. I'm just gonna. You asked the question to Cahill, but I feel like I just want to interject into this first because when you use the word treble.
Oh wow, you're going there.
There's only one treble that's recognized. If you get my drift,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying. And your treble is as good as Mourinho's treble with the Community Shield.
I think it's better.
No.
FA Cup, League Cup, and Europa League, well, UEFA Cup at that point.
Yeah, so, sorry, not League Cup. Worthington Cup. Worthington Cup, Community Shield. Same thing.
I think it might have been Coca-Cola Cup back then.
It might have even been that time as well.
That's mad.
And yes, Europa League and FA Cup, congratulations on that. Regardless, whether it's better or worse, it's not a treble. There's only one. Okay, you can call it a treble. It's not the
treble.
Fair
enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Shambles FC is claiming it. Kojo, you look like Tomori a bit, apparently.
No comment.
The game has restarted.
I'm like a chubbier version, yeah?
Oh, wow. Might be the bid.
Might be.
Might be
something else, but let's play. Shout out Abdi for watching. Shout out Abdi.
Yeah, jokes.
Back into the second half, England fans singing their hearts out, hoping that their country can lead them into the quarterfinals. And yes, of course, as we said, if they win this game, they would be favourites on paper to advance against the other sides and reach a final.
That is a famous quote from FIFA 2002 from the commentary team of Martin Tyler and Andy Gray. Games aren't won on paper, Andy. Oh, no, games ain't won on paper, Martin.
That is true. That's facts. That's facts all day, every day. So let's see what England can do in this second half. It's already a German goal kick.
No subs, which was probably what we expected. Both teams have played quite well. England maybe been the better, especially I think they've had the better chances as well. So I think for at least, unless injury comes into it, we might see these teams to maybe 70th, 80th minute, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Just about. Germany are very good at making subs quicker though. So let's see if they come with something different. If they listen to you and bring on Gnabry and Sane, I think you'll see definitely one of them come on anyway.
I think they need to have that option of spreading those centre backs from away each other. They need to create space because there's hardly any.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what happens in the second half. Remember when Andy Gray used to say, "It's a penalty."
Was that your attempt at Scottish?
No.
I hope it wasn't.
No. I can't do a Scottish accent. Hell no.
Yeah. Harry Kane.
Apart from when he goes, "Take a bow, son."
There we go. Yeah, you have to say that.
I love all day, every day. Skin tone, haircut, beard.
You're just a bit chubbier. That's rude.
Wow.
One's also a millionaire.
Yeah. And one lives in East London. Is what it is. Anyway, is that Rudiger? Rudiger on the ball.
Yeah.
Plays it to Mats Hummels. Mats Hummels advances the ball just beyond the halfway line before playing it back to Matthias Ginter.
It seems like from that opportunity there earlier, it seems like Harry Kane just isn't on the same wavelength as Saka and Sterling.
Absolutely not. I don't think they have that cohesion right now. Toni Kroos drives the ball forward. Smart play, Muller. Kroos finds Goossens, plays it first time into the box. Kai Havertz! What a save! What a save! Jordan Pickford.
There you go. That's what he thrives at, making those shots. Very good shot stopper. Very good.
That's a superb volley.
That's a wonderful chance. It's coming straight at him, but it's coming at pace, and you have no idea. Wonderful save. That's going to nestle right in the top of that
connection.
goal.
Excellent connection. Met with a wonderful save. The German, ooh, look at them.
Thought it was in.
German corner. Here we go.
Kroos with the delivery.
Oof, Muller almost. And it's dealt with by Kieran Trippier for a German throw on the right side. Now,
very interesting.
They started the half well again and forced Pickford into one hell of a save. I must say, Neuer has the ball in his defensive area.
Neuer doing Neuer things, essentially.
His thing. Apparently, because I'm an Eastman, automatically cancelled, bruv. If I tell you my living history, I'm an all around London man. Trust me.
Germany
on the ball.
Up the pitch.
Kimmich.
Timo Werner not expecting it, still gets under control. Finds Havertz. Muller.
Goretzka.
They look the same, bro. I can see Muller now, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
It must not be HD. We need that 4K Ultra
4K
HD
Ultra, yes.
to see the faces of the players.
We have that on our TVs for the PlayStation, not for the football. Man.
Exactly, man.
There you go.
Exactly.
Priorities out here, you know what I'm saying, fam? All right, Matt Hummels with the ball.
The man mountain.
The man mountain.
We need to bring that back. He's had a wonderful tournament.
Yes.
Obviously, apart from the own goal, but he's been decent. He's been very good.
Yeah, to be fair, even in that game, he was very good anyway. It's just that was one unfortunate moment.
Yep.
And that happens in football.
It does. It does indeed.
Can't really. I mean, he would be put a blame for that game being lost. But hey, that is the end. That is the story of football these days. Have a great performance. Make one tiny error.
Wonderful save.
That is a phenomenal save, I must say. Firstly, Havertz caught that so sweet.
He did.
And that makes the save even better.
If he caught it so sweetly, if it's either side of the goalkeeper, I think it's a goal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Saka wins the ball. Holds up nicely.
Good
Harry
play
Kane.
from Saka, Harry Kane.
Switches play.
That's got a bit too much height in it, but it's gone to Trippier. Good
Plays
pass.
a wonderful pass to Cahil. Can't get there.
Really good clears.
That was a bush. That was a bush left foot. Man.
There were opponents in the Champions League final this season, which was
they were indeed. Oh, some famous faces.
Look at that. They're all out in force today.
Mm-hmm.
Even Beckham out of the wilderness. Man's just living life in peace.
He is, man.
Posting Instagram pictures of his family, having a good time with his dog.
Owning the football club.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker with a long throw.
But no one's there to meet it.
I don't think he would have got there, to be fair. It was quite lofty.
Oh, that's a good pass.
Havertz. Wonderful tackle.
Done, Kieran Trippier. Excellent. John Stones.
Poor pass.
Declan Rice, Raheem Sterling on the left side. He's going to take on Kimmich and Goretzka. Leaves Goretzka on the floor.
Wonderful.
Gives a little bit of step over there.
No options in the middle. Harry Kane is
far too close to him.
Why was Harry Kane there?
He's far too close to him there. Calvin Phillips wins the ball back. Stones loses it to Trippier. Stones. Phillips. Walker. Maguire. Finds Shaw on the left side. He's going to pass and overlap. Harry Kane.
Tries to play passing.
And Sterling concedes the free kick because it's just about
he did clip him.
So
Ginter done quite well there.
We are back to German possession. Goretzka. Muller.
Stretching. I don't know why.
He
couldn't see his surroundings. No peripheral vision on that one.
And absolutely not. Matthias Ginter. Mats Hummels.
Germans slowing the game down.
Trying to get back into that wheel of control.
Mm-hmm.
Toni Kroos off the back of an average individual season for him at Real Madrid. By Real Madrid standards, very poor. First time in 10 years that they ain't come away with an accolade.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's what Ronaldo does to you, apparently.
Yep. No Super Cup, no Copa del Rey even. Mm-hmm. And they watched their neighbours win the league title for the first time in, I think, 5 or 6 years. Mm-hmm. Atletico Madrid, that is. 7 years.
I mean, he is, how old is he? 32, 33 now?
Yeah.
So.
Twilight years.
Mm-hmm, definitely. Kai Havertz.
Takes his time. Finds Leon Goretzka.
No options.
Toni Kroos.
There is an England wall right in front of him.
To Kimmich. Just whipped it in for Kusa. He did win it.
Pickford there once again. That's where you need to have some command of your own. That's where you need to catch that ball.
Harry Kane easily dealt with by Hummels. Hummels has dealt with him
holding his
today.
right knee. That doesn't look promising for England, especially without a recognised striker on the bench.
Hummels has been flipping brilliant today. Every time Harry Kane is there to even sniff something, he's about. And that's what you want from your defender, to sniff the danger man. Havertz. Well done, Raheem Sterling.
Doing his defensive duty.
Work. Harry Kane is still on the ground, and this looks like a big problem. He has a history of ankle injuries. This one is his knee.
It's his knee.
If he was to come off, who are you bringing on for him? Who do you think would be the best option?
I think there's no option, so you have to go Marcus Rashford. I think, unless you want to play false nine, and I think if in that case you bring on Phil Foden. I don't think Harry Kane's had a very good game in particular, but I think if you bring on somebody that is very good on the ball, like a Foden, like a Rashford, that will cause trouble for Hummels. I think Hummels has been very comfortable because Harry Kane is obviously he's dropping deeper.
Yeah,
and we know Hummels. He's a very good defender.
You can see the concern of the fans of the faces of the fans of England. David Beckham, what a beautiful man! Wow. You see the concern because even though he hasn't scored any in this tournament so far, you still know that he's a top footballer, a top goal scorer, and you know he's a danger man no matter what. So right now, this injury is a concern.
And if it comes down to penalties, which I'm pretty sure everybody is dreading right now, you want Harry Kane there. You need Harry Kane to take a penalty.
Absolutely, because he's very good at that.
I mean, he seems fine now. I think maybe just a few minutes to run it off.
Yeah, he'll jog around. He'll be back in no time. He says he gives a thumbs up, so he says it's okay. He will continue in the second half.
Gareth Southgate looks like he's breathing a sigh of relief there.
Yeah. I mean, you don't want to go into the next game without your captain, potentially. Without your captain, without your biggest goal threat. So
Luke Shaw. That seemed like kind of a bit cheeky there, Luke Shaw, trying to sneak past 919.
I read it very well. Doesn't do it for his parent club, but it is what it is.
John Stowe, Harry Maguire, not giving handball.
Colossal again.
Yep, does well.
Cole come all the way back to Pickford to find Stones.
They start again.
England do indeed start again. Declan Rice. Luke Shaw. John Stones. I think this game is now screaming out for a goal, and I think it will come within the next 10 minutes.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, the second half has started like a house on fire. To be fair, I just think both teams are they're quite solid at the back. But then again, there we go. Raheem Sterling with a bit of space. What is he going to do? He's gonna run into the German backline.
Danger.
He's not made the right decision. But then again, Germany on the break. Havertz finds Timo Werner with some time. Tries to go past John Stones.
Good defending. John Stones read it very well, and it is a German corner. Kyle Walker going to chest bump his
City teammate.
City teammate.
That's a wonderful pass from Kai Havertz.
Yep, indeed. Again, see, Werner doesn't look convincing in this situation.
No. I mean, he tries to trick John Stones, but John Stones has the pace to, especially in that situation, to keep up with him.
Absolutely. Either way it is. England, Germany called us, sorry. Play short. Oh, okay.
Quick one.
Up close. No.
Harry Kane doing defensive duties.
Very good so far.
Tried the training ground option. Didn't quite come off. Team of Thomas Muller playing a bad pass to Kroos there. Havertz.
No, it doesn't work there with the link up.
Cleared by Kyle Walker.
No, with the little cheeky header.
Let's turn these up a bit.
Let's see what England can do here. I mean, it's been a very much back and forth game. Every team gets their spell of possession, their spell of creating something, but there's not been any
final product's been a bit.
Yeah, the end product is still missing. But we hope to get there soon. We had 2 exciting games. I believe 14 goals. My math is correct. 8 goals in the first game. 14 goals in 2 games yesterday.
It has been, It's been a great tournament, man.
Absolutely.
It's been a great tournament.
So hopefully we can get another, at least 2 or 3 today. Hopefully one is in this game.
Yeah.
And then we are the game following this game. Sorry, is Sweden versus Ukraine. Quickly before, here we go. Nope, easy dealt with again. Quickly, who do you think? Who you got for that game? Sweden or Ukraine?
I like Sweden. Obviously, I feel like they would have potentially been a potential dark horse if Zlatan was there, because they got a decent side.
Yeah, absolutely.
But obviously, I think Isak is leading the line. Oh, he's clipped Saka there. I don't think you win the free kick, but they'll need to kick the ball like that. That did not look nice.
And Rudiger actually, he's twatted it out of there.
The Eric Bailly school of clearing the ball. Man.
Let's see what happened here. So Ginter does get to the ball first. Oh, that is unlucky. That is unlucky.
I think he may have trapped his foot there. Yeah. I think he's gonna have to be taken off.
That's not a nice one. Anyone that's played football, as my friend Benji, that's usually on Usman Talks Tonight. That's say if you play football, you know that one hurts. But he is walking it off. Maybe he will stay back on. Yeah, I think he'll be okay. I think that could be fine. I don't think Gareth Southgate wants to make that change. I think he's a fan of him.
Yeah, no. He's once again, he's not been as important as he was against the Czech Republic, but he's been around.
Yeah,
as he charges down Manuel Neuer, but Manuel Neuer is too comfortable on the ball.
Always
foul for Germany. Yep,
indeed. Kai Havertz.
I think that's unfortunate for England. I think that was fair game for both.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like for ways, we are 60 minutes into the game. There still has not been a change yet. So we'll see which country does indeed make that first step to maybe try and change the game, give themselves something different, a new dimension going forward, or maybe show up defensively, depending on what they think they need to do. I think Germany have been very good at looks like more of a back four in the second half.
I mean, with two in midfield, you don't want to bring on. For Germany, I don't think you want to bring on Gundogan because you don't want him playing. Obviously, we know what happens when he plays with some defensive duty. It doesn't work out
absolutely
well. So I don't think they change anybody in the middle.
So you think more wide?
It's got to be wide. It's got to be Sane. It's got to be Gnabry.
England for sure looks like he's lacking options. Saka tried to come short for it.
Harry Kane wins it there.
Wins it back nicely.
Sure, Musk has to get out wide to Kieran Trippier.
Here we go.
Harry Kane is at the far post. Kyle Walker on the overlap. Gives Trippier space, but that is a poor cross.
That is no good cross whatsoever.
Luke Shaw wins a header. Finds Maguire. Path blocked. Kyle Walker. Stones. They're applying the pressure.
Yeah, it's a nice press over there, forcing England into the long ball. But what Germany don't want to do is get caught in the game of long ball.
Does
very well.
Saka with a nice turn.
And now he's met with Mats Hummels again. A very good tackle.
Got in his way. Kieran Trippier with an early cross.
Tries to find Sterling.
Calvin Phillips sends it down to Luke Shaw, who goes on the overlap. Sterling with the ball. Whips another. That's a great ball. Too close to the goalkeeper.
No, it's always ready. Always ready.
I don't know. I thought that was a Big Show for a second.
Oh my God.
About to say, well.
How odd would that be? You're watching football and then the
European tournament as well.
Yeah.
Big Show turns up.
You see a 7-foot giant sitting in the crowd.
Oh my God.
And he just happens to be the Big Show. Oh, sorry, Paul White. Now that he's at AEW.
Bro, I don't recognize that. It's Big Show.
That's his actual name, bro.
I don't recognize it, man. Rudiger brings the ball forward. Tries to play the ball into space to Havertz.
I think it's a poor choice of
that
pass.
was poor. But then again, there was no options in front of him.
Yeah, Gossens on his left. Just play it safe, play it simple.
Ball goes over the top. Pass back to Pickford. Takes a touch. Timo Werner's quite fast.
Pickford with a dink to nobody.
Yeah.
Wow. Now he's complaining. I don't know why he's complaining. It's your fault.
Did Joachim Low play?
Football?
I don't think he did because that was a horrible touch.
I wonder if he did play actually.
He must have.
I'll have a look at that whilst you.
Oh, thank you, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley. Long time no see. I miss you, man. Anyway, he did actually play. He had seen a career. Freiburg, Stuttgart, Frankfurt. So he's
a journeyman.
Yeah, his football was German football all day, every day. Here we go with England. Trying to apply a lot of pressure to Germany here. Mats Hummels on the ball. For anyone new to this is commentary right now. Supplied by us at 3inMidfield podcast. It's live every
Internet
day.
connections playing up a bit.
I think it should be okay. Prediction. England fans might not be happy to hear this, but I predicted Germany 2-1 win.
Did you?
I did indeed.
I don't know. I think England look on the front foot, so it might be them.
Might be.
They're on the back foot right now. Kai Havertz plays the ball out wide to Timo Werner, tries to get the ball quickly.
Can England counter that?
Can
Raheem Sterling.
Once again, this is the opportunity. This is where you need Marcus Rashford because he'll go at you.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the speed as well. He approaches very well. Have you got a prediction? Do you have a prediction before the game started?
No, I didn't actually. I don't know. I couldn't call it. I think both teams are very much balanced.
Okay.
But then they came into the game with those two defensive players, and I thought that Germany would overrun them in midfield, and they haven't done. They Calvin Phillips and Declan Rice have built up a nice partnership, and they played really well together today.
Absolutely.
But obviously, both are on the yellow card, so substitutions will probably be the smart option.
Yeah, with Harry Maguire there. Hope he is not injured. Ashley says 2-1 England.
Go on, Ashley.
Supporting the people that believe it is coming home. Only thing that's coming home is your Colin chips, mate.
Ridiculous. Unfortunately, that's not nice.
It's not nice.
Not nice at all.
Colin chips is nice though.
It is, but
yeah. So that's
but that's what we're talking about. We need some context here, my friend. Saka too long on the ball. Rudiger deals with him.
That is a foul. That is a foul. He's pulling him back, and he knows it. He knows it. Bukayo Saka, good game so far. He's doing very, very well for England.
Getting pictures of the fans. You obviously want that guy from Switzerland back. You want to see him. You want to see his face.
Oh, I miss him. I miss him. The guy took his shot off with the whole passion, beat his chest so hard that his fist.
I don't know if that was a foul. To be fair, I think they were both going at it.
I think it's in football it's annoying. I hate saying football these days, but that's the situation. In football these days, it's easier for defenders to win fouls, and goalkeepers don't have to even be touched anymore. It can just be a little impede, and they're given what they wanted. So Max Hummels anyway on the ball, trying to advance the ball forward. Germany now at least trying to apply a bit more pressure, and he's gone back.
It is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
And again, midfield, not really options.
No, not at all.
So they're gonna have to play those spray and play passes.
Harry Maguire trying to
gets out muscled by Toni Kroos.
No, it's not foul at all. No. Wow. Okay. Toni Kroos, Leon Goretzka, Joshua Kimmich. Tries to play a little thing, but again, there's a lot.
Why? He caught it.
Yeah. Jack Grealish is preparing to come on.
Serge Gnabry, there you go. One of the options I thought that Germany would employ. I don't know. I don't think Jack Grealish is probably the smart option unless he comes on for a centre mid option. But I think he's going to take off Saka, and I think that's the wrong choice.
I think he'll take off Sterling.
He's got the goals, man. He's got the goals. You can't. I don't think you can.
I know, but he scored in the last game that he played. He scored in. Took him off in that one as well, didn't he?
That was to the end, though.
True.
Again, the 70th minute comes.
Just different shades, looking like twins. I'm flipping Finn.
If you say so. Plays the ball over the top. Can Saka get there? It's a bit too much for him. Kicks it into the crowd.
Okay, we're about to find out.
I think we're about to see the first changes.
Oh, Serge Gnabry, as you called it as well, coming on for the Germans, and coming off will be number 11. That is indeed Timo Werner. So it's for pace, like for like. That's the kind of thing I don't like. I was thinking maybe Thomas Muller.
But I imagine that they're going to try and employ a different system. I think Thomas Muller was in around playing the false nine position. I think he's going to go up front, have Serge Gnabry on the left, and who's playing? I imagine who's on the right. I guess it's Havertz.
Yeah, Havertz.
Like I said, Saka comes off.
Okay, Saka played well.
Yep, deserves the applause. But I just don't think Grealish was the right option. I think you need pace in this situation.
Only Serge Gnabry is kind of cute.
Oh, you can't say Ashley, man.
Why is Saka coming off? No, he's been good, but I feel like, I don't know, maybe he's just trying to add. I don't know, Saka's
a new dimension.
Yeah, something different. Maybe Sterling's going to go more on the right side now, and then you have Jack Grealish on the left.
It looks that way.
I think Jack Jack Grealish is more of a dribbler. Saka can dribble very well,
Yep.
but I think he's more
on his toes.
he's better direct. So I think he's looking for someone like Grealish to just sort of dribble in between players rather than one-on-one situations. Maybe beat 2, maybe beat 3. So,
As your phone falls on the ground.
they stay there. At this point, it is what it is. So England 0, Germany 0. So yeah, as like I said, 65th, 70th minute. That's when they make their subs.
Prayers are being made. It's 0-0. Both teams are very much in it.
When English fans that have never been to church in their life begin to pray, you know it's
You never
deep.
know. That's very very assuming of you.
And I will stick with the assumption.
Long. Anyway, Declan Rice advances. Jack Grealish gets his first touch. No, Snoop Shaw. Now he gets his first touches.
Let's see, Jack Grealish on the ball, loses the ball already.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything just yet.
Consider foul also.
He did too.
There we go. Yeah, on Havertz. Yep, cheeky one there.
That was rude. That was unnecessary.
There we go, Max Hummels. I'll say this right now. Gustafsson has got into a lot of good areas for Germany. They're not utilising him once. It's actually starting to annoy me.
Low.
There we go.
I mean, like I said, they just haven't been, in terms of width, they've not really been playing, apart from like a Kimmich chance early in this half. Pretty much from out wide.
No,
that's why you need to bring on Serge Gnabry. I think you also need to bring on Leroy Sané as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Calvin Phillips with time and space. No runs being made, but he's going out wide. Trippier on the overlap. Sterling. Trippier. Poor pass.
Oh.
Poor pass again. Back to Pickford, I imagine.
Is Harry Kane still on the pitch? I know it feels like he isn't.
Yeah, right.
No, he's still on the pitch, but he's just been
anonymous.
Yeah, precisely. That's him on the ball right now, actually.
Yeah,
in a deeper position. Kyle Walker, the ball finds way to him. Kieran Trippier's on the ball. Raheem Sterling on the right side.
Oh, that was risky. That was stupid. I think that might be a yellow card. I think it should be.
Should be. I don't know if Cousins will get away with that or not.
It's quite late.
Yep, he has the yellow card. It's being drawn out right now. He's saying, "No, come on, man. It's not that deep. Let's see. See how bad this foul is. Yeah, you're there late. Yeah. You're there late. It is indeed the foul. It's a yellow card all day. That is guaranteed. That must hurt. But with his yellow card, just a yellow card does not miss potentially the next game.
Another opportunity for England to whip the ball in, maybe or hopefully a better delivery. Nobody's gone up there, so
absolutely not.
Don't know what the option for this free kick is, but he's trying to find Harry Kane. Tried to hold the ball up, but couldn't. Going up for a corner if he saves it though. Declan Rice wins it back, concedes the throw in.
We'll see what Germany can do here back in position. They're slowly starting to get a bit of a stranglehold in the game now. Thomas Muller, Antonio Rudiger again. Gustas is in a good position. He keeps going back. This is what I'm talking about. Utilize your players when they're available. It doesn't make sense for you to keep going backwards or going to places where you can't do much. Gustas wins it back. Gnabry wins the throw after in the air with Kyle Walker. Just the one sub. Oop. Trippier has indeed pulled up. He's holding his thigh, it looks like. Oh no, this ain't good. This is not good. More the glute. If he comes off, what would you do? He's got Kyle Walker there, so I imagine Kyle Walker's going to go on the right. Who's that? Reece James. Reece James. Oh yeah, of course. Reece James is there. Yep, that's a very good option. He also provides pace. You don't want Sterling and James on one side going. It may be cramp. I agree. But then again, Trippier, I imagine Trippier's there for his delivery, and his final delivery has not exactly been great this game. He hasn't. Not at all. Let's see what it is over here. Let's give him a bit of a stretch right now. Just checking out the issue. You probably are right. Probably it's just a cramp thing. Yeah, he's got up. Which is worrying. Cramp up after 73 minutes. If it goes to extra time, you're going to be in a world of pain. That's when you make the substitution. Yeah, you would hope so. But people are calling him Ole Gunnar Southgate. So Ole Gunnar Southgate. If that's the case, you go to the 99th minute, mate. Yeah. But Trippier looks like, and he will stay on. Germany come back into the game with possession.
Declan Rice tries to win it.
Ooh, poor pass. Declan Rice.
Plays the ball over the top.
Phillips.
Tries to find Grealish.
Bit
too much on the ball, though.
No, he cannot. I'm really struggling to pick a man in the match right now. This is not being.
I think man of the match, probably Calvin Phillips. I think he looks like he's obviously he's been English danger man, but he looks like he's the most likely to do something for England. Germany haven't exactly had a great game, even though the game has been good. But once again, it's final end product that's been lacking for both teams.
Precisely, is the end product that is missing. Raheem
Sterling does
trying to pass the ball. Harry Kane is on the side.
Jack Grealish gets out wide.
Finds.
Raheem! England take the lead. The boy from Brent
With 15 minutes to go.
round the corner from Wembley Stadium.
Wonderful.
Born and bred in front of his friends and his family for England. 1-0 up. Look at the jubilation in the stands.
Absolute joy.
Look at the limbs.
It's got to be going to all around the country.
The flags swinging around like a handkerchief in a Ghanaian church. It's England 1, Germany 0. Raheem Sterling. There we go.
Wonderful goal.
Beautiful
Great play.
goal.
Harry Kane with a wonderful touch there. Finds Grealish. It might be coming home, Michael.
It might be coming home indeed.
Sterling
started it. Driving off. Kane onside. Touch. Simple play.
Composure there.
Grealish. Simple play.
Onside again. The goal stands.
Shaw assist.
Wonderful.
Sterling tapping. Movement. Again, unmarked in between two centre backs. 1-0 to the good England football. Hey, that's England Football Club. Mad thing. How gassed, you know?
England. It might be coming home.
Gareth Southgate in jubilation. England take the lead. The Jack Grealish substitution helps. It works.
It works.
It works again. He's on that left side. And it's worked. Raheem Sterling, excellent movement, excellent goal.
Can't contain the joy. I can't see Germany getting back into this unless they they may have to bring on Leroy Sané.
They have been bereft of ideas so far.
Absolutely.
So they're going to have to make changes now to change this game. They have no choice.
15 minutes remaining.
Showing on the face of Jordan Pickford. And as we say that we come back into the game and Germany with a good pass, that is a foul.
I don't think it was.
No. Yeah, it's a foul given.
Oh.
And Harry Maguire gives it away. This is what Germany are looking for now. They're going to try and apply that pressure, trying to find that quick equalizer.
Yellow card for Maguire.
Yellow card indeed for Maguire.
Cruz with another opportunity to from a set piece.
I think this time they're going to do like a set piece from the training ground special when they do 1-2 passes before hitting it.
I think that was very
Let's see what happens here.
It's a wonderful touch from Kimmich, but then again, you expect it.
Yeah, when you he's clipped him, then his foot has hit the back of his own leg. But regardless, it is a foul. It has been given as a yellow card to Harry Maguire. It's a dangerous area for this.
German flags waving in the background. They know something might be on the cards here. Tony Kroos. We know about his delivery. He can be a free kick specialist. He's not free kick specialist, but he's very good at free kicks. Obviously, the one against Sweden in the World Cup.
Sweden, yes, indeed. That last minute blaster. Tony Kroos, Muller, Kai Havertz around the ball. Calvin Phillips
on the floor
behind the defensive wall of England. Pickford adjusting his line.
Thomas Muller's taking it.
Muller hits the wall and is dealt with. And well done, Raheem Sterling, for closing down.
Offensive duty.
Kai Havertz out for a German throw. England fans are still celebrating mad in the stands.
Can't contain their excitement. This is if England do hold on. This will be the first time in tournament football that England beat Germany.
Huge.
It's very much been a Maria Sharapova, Serena Williams rivalry. But hey, you lose. But if you win this one, all that is forgotten.
Let's go through some of the comments here quickly. There we go. So we've got the yes. Every game England involved is crap. This one's not being crap. This has been a good game so far. Goal. I am gassed. Only Gunnar Southgate knows how to make a sub. Glad he did not take Sterling off. So I guess we got to take that name from him right now. Whilst the guy lying on the floor, it's more of a new tactical setup for free kick situations. So that if they hit the ball,
look at this man. He can't believe what's happening.
He cannot believe it.
Wonderful.
Like, going back at Wembley.
3 goals in 4 matches. He's up there for a golden boot, I imagine.
it's tight, bro. Ronaldo's got 5.
Yeah.
I think
When I was not in there.
he's not anymore, exactly.
Yeah.
So unless he scores more, Ronaldo is still the leading scorer right now. But
Declan Rice with defensive duties.
Patrick Schick is still there.
Yeah, Patrick Schick. Still has the ball, has a great tackle. England go forward. Tries to find Rice. He can keep it on. Rudiger is there. And he's gonna want to try to keep it on. He does.
Rudiger. Yep. Declan Rice going to the England fans saying, "Come on, mate." Mark Noble's son.
He is.
Yeah, that passion coming through.
England are playing so well. Look at the jubilation in the crowd. This is the kind of thing that we've missed.
Absolutely.
This tournament would not be the same without the fans in the stadium.
No,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. England.
They think it's coming home.
England.
Germany fans distraught.
He's stressed. But as we've seen in this tournament, when you think a game is almost done, a goal comes out of nowhere and it changes the whole dynamic.
It's not over till it's over.
It's not over till it's over, indeed.
Gets the ball up the pitch. Rudiger. Everything he does is just so...
and Cahil Phillips just...
That was a wonderful
pass.
But Rudiger, man. Just really, the Bailey school of clearing.
England.
Declan Rice. It's a bit more space now that Germany need the goal. Declan Rice waiting for the run. Finds Harry Kane.
Okay. Now, when he's in these positions, this is where he can be the most dangerous. And that's what I mean. For the goal, his role in that goal was so important. And that's what you want from your man. And just there.
Thomas Muller's 1-on-1.
Thomas Muller.
Doesn't have the pace.
But he has to finish. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Thomas Muller with an awful miss. 1-on-1 with Jordan Pickford. And he's blown it.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. That's a horrible pass.
Sterling would have went from, and forgive me for this very English headline, 0 to 0, very quick. Thomas Muller, who missed that last tournament. Back in the side, this is a horrible miss.
Obviously, he's not been in the greatest form since, obviously, I think the 2010 World Cup. But Thomas Muller, that is a golden opportunity.
Someone that's renowned as a big game player. Absolutely, he knows.
Especially when it comes to international tournament football. Exactly. Maybe not the Euros, but the World Cup.
We said it before. He had not scored a goal in the European Championships.
Still hasn't.
And that was his moment. But that's a warning shot for England.
Don't be sloppy. I don't think it was a warning. It was don't be sloppy.
Don't be sloppy. Yeah, no, but it's a warning shot because Raheem Sterling, that deep, if he's playing a pass back, and it is a poor pass, it is his fault that they got into that position. But to have so much little defensive protection in that moment after just going 1-0 up is very dangerous. So England...
Kyle Walker couldn't even desperately trying to get back, but couldn't catch. Thomas Muller had a very easy opportunity there to make it 1-1.
Should have scored. Harry Kane, Jack Grealish, Calvin Phillips, England playing it safe. No need to rush with the ball. Keep it safe, England. Try and get through to the quarterfinals.
He got 8 minutes. I'm Joachim Low needs to start thinking about substitutions if he wants to get Germany back into this game.
Absolutely. They are chasing the ball.
Finds it all his way back to Neuer. He finds Kimmich.
Interesting game for England so far. Very, very interesting game.
Another pass.
Oh, excellent.
Kyle Walker, great defense.
Kyle Walker. Raheem Sterling can get the ball. No, he cannot. But it's going to Kieran Trippier. Raheem Sterling, is he offside? They're calling in for the hands up. Yeah, he's offside indeed. The Germans need to make more changes right now. Jordan Henderson is coming on.
I feel like that's probably the smart move, especially with both defenders.
To protect the lead. Emre Can
is
coming on.
He has
Germany.
Leroy Sané on the bench.
This is very
He has
baffling.
Gundogan on the bench.
What is Joachim Low up to here?
God,
what is going on? Unless, I haven't watched much of Dortmund this season because, quite frankly,
nobody wants to.
I don't like Fraudman. But if he has become some sort of Super Saiyan,
he hasn't
goal scorer.
He hasn't.
Which he hasn't. I don't know what this change is about. You're not protecting the lead. Interesting to see.
I mean, he obviously wants height in there, but height is easily nullified by Harry Maguire, John Stones, and Kyle Walker.
Precisely, it's not worth at all. So let's see what they can do. England, they cannot believe it. The fans that come on, England.
The fans all can't believe it. They are willing to see the team on.
It's party time right now. Shout my dad. My dad's there as well. I know he's got there. Yeah, scored. They have scored. Yeah, shit. That is 3-4. We have scored. Yes. Yes, he's got his British passport. The guy is a full Englishman right now. You know what I'm saying? It's all blue and ting right now. All right.
Big Ron saying Muller with his Mbappe and Werner impression. Harsh on Mbappe. It's harsh
boy.
on Mbappe.
Not harsh on these Euros.
Well, true. Fair enough. True.
Mats Hummels.
6 minutes remaining. Germany on the ball. Can England proceed into the bracket, into the easy bracket, which looks like the road to the final?
The so-called easy bracket. Let's see why that's a good pass. But that's poor from Serge Gnabry.
Harry Kane with a nice turn.
And he's going to keep
Can
it
he
simple.
fight? He's keeping the ball.
Okay. He's keeping the ball so far. No need to rush it. Fans Raheem Sterling. Gnabry needs to do better. Otherwise, Tony Pulis will definitely be talking about him in his household right now.
John Stones plays it all the way back.
They're pushing it a little bit. They let the Germans close them down in the play.
Yeah. I think Harry Kane tried to slow it down, but I don't think that was the right option. I think Sterling was in there.
Yeah, he was. He should have played him.
Waiting.
Closing down by Gusins, that is.
Oh,
who is that on the
Declan
floor?
Rice.
Yeah,
that's cramp, I think.
But the spirit of West Ham will come from inside him.
Luke Shaw
advancing. Luke Shaw finds Jack Grealish on the left foot.
Harry Kane! 2-0
Kane! This goes to...
What a time to get your first goal.
Doubt him at your own risk.
Jack Grealish.
This is a top striker. It is 2-0 England.
What a goal.
Oh my goodness. Look how much he missed him.
He can't believe it.
Look how much he missed him. The pressure is off his shoulders.
Jack Grealish was a wonderful decision. Hey, I thought it wouldn't have been, but
it's what a dream. The shirts are off. The shirts are swinging just like, again, the handkerchiefs in the Ghanaian church. It is England 2, Germany 0. Look at the smile on Harry Kane's face. Look at the jubilation in the crowd. Germany are on the way out of the Euros.
Wonderful pressing from Luke Shaw. He finds a wonderful pass. He's on. Oh, he's armed.
He's on. He's on. And that is the weight of that cross.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Is sensational. It is on a plate. He can't miss that. He cannot miss that all day, every day. That is Harry Kane saying, yes, thank you very much. On the plate, 2-0. England are so far through. So far.
But as you said, you keep mentioning, it's a tournament for surprises.
Exactly.
I don't see Germany doing it, but you never know. You never know. John Stones, look how much it means to John Stones. On his knees.
Trust me, we're gonna get another video.
That don't always there. The big guy with the belly. That's a staple of English fan support,
Facts.
bro. Facts. Oh my god.
Woo!
German
wow!
Cannot believe it.
Thomas Muller, the camera is on him.
Oh, absolutely.
He knows.
Glorious to make it 1-1.
When you miss big chances, the chances are you will be punished.
Absolutely.
And Harry Kane has punished him. Declan Rice
going off.
Excellent performance. Gonna get home.
Absolutely.
Yep. Come on, give it that passion. He's gonna get into the dressing room. He's gonna straight away text Mark Noble and say, "See, Dad, I did that."
Absolutely.
Jordan Henderson coming to make sure the game is shored up.
Yeah. Now, that much I do have to say that partnership has worked wonders. Of Calvin Phillips doing defensive duties, but also he's been the facilitator, like I said before. And Declan Rice has been nothing but defense. He's cleared everything. He's won all the tackles.
Absolutely.
Wonderful performance.
Absolutely.
Emre Can on. I can't believe
he's
that.
on for Matthias Ginter. So they've gone into more midfielders.
Leroy Sané on the pitch, but I think it may be.
It's also on for Gusens.
Way
so
too late.
It looks like they've maybe gone to a back three and just overloaded the midfield to see if they can add something to it. Maybe a bit too late. I wouldn't have waited for you guys to go 2-0 down before you made these changes.
87 minutes as well. It's far too late,
yep.
I think.
And England don't have the pressure to have to go in behind and create more chances. They can hold this if they want to. Very odd decision by Joachim Low, which probably will be his last tournament as Germany manager.
It is his last tournament as German manager.
So
it's final decision, it seems. Sterling. Oh, Rudiger.
He's not going to call that. Unless it looks
like
a
bit of a wall there.
Here we go. Tony Kroos is going to try and dictate over here.
It's a bit too far. It's far too deep, but he's going to play that pass. It's spray and pray, it seems like. Harry Maguire tries to clear it. Gnabry has the ball.
Ginter. No, sorry, Kimmich. Ginter went off the pitch, sorry. Leroy Sané. He has the ability to change the game. We've seen it many times from Man City.
But the Jordan Henderson's right close to Lion.
Straight away, active on him. Emre Can. Not sure which pass he should play. He's going to go and play it back eventually. Yes. It's Kimmich. Kimmich finds Antonio Rudiger. Long ball in, dealt
Dealt
with
with.
beautifully by John Stones.
They have no idea what to do. The Germans, it's spray and pray.
None whatsoever. This is a brilliant England performance, I must say. They have been brilliant from start to finish of this game. I will say that for absolutely free. Back to Emre Can.
Back to Rudiger. Rudiger plays it out wide. Kimmich. Gnabry. He has to take on Calvin Phillips there. Whips the ball in a bit too deep. He finds Sane, so the ball is still alive.
Sane is going to take on.
He's going to go to the left.
He's got that speed.
Obvious. Whips a
good
good
cross,
ball in.
But it's stuck with Harry Maguire. Volleyed.
Oh. Kojo, man of the match.
Man of the match, Calvin Phillips.
Yeah.
He's dictated that midfield beautifully. I think he's been the best player on the pitch overall. Beautiful spreading of play, reading the game well, excellent challenges, dealing with players like Kai Havertz, excellent performance. Yours?
I can't disagree. I think Jack Grealish, he's had massive impacts, but Calvin Phillips over the 90 has been wonderful.
Absolutely.
His knee was there, so there you go. Obviously, we keep coming back to this, but that bracket is looking very tasty. It is an easier road to the final than the other one. Obviously, I think the next game is going to be between England versus Sweden or Ukraine. As a England, I imagine we're fans at this point, especially in this sort of.
Oh yeah. Go on.
Who do you want? Who do you prefer?
Oh, it's a good question. I think you would prefer Ukraine, but I think they're more of the unknown entity. Sweden, I think you know a lot more of their threats. That might actually work better. Actually, when you know what you're dealing with a lot more, it might work better in your favor. But Ukraine,
overhead kick comes.
Oh, Ukraine are so-called less of a threat, but they are through to the last 16 for a reason. So it depends what happens here. But either way, I don't think England will matter. Right, anyone will care. I don't think it matters right now. They just keep playing their game.
This was the test. This was the test, and they've passed it with flying colours. If they go into the next match with this intensity, Musiala comes on a bit too late.
I don't like subs like this. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do not like subs like this. You're giving a youngster 3 minutes in the game that they've lost to do what?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Pointless. That's your legacy.
I mean, you won a World Cup.
I went to chat rubbish there.
You did. You went a bit too far. You got into your feelings just a bit there. German tears for the German fans.
Don't show the kid crying. Man.
I know. It's not nice.
It's sad, man.
Thomas Muller, probably his final tournament as well.
Yeah, probably. When she go score,
then Hansi Flick, so he might take Muller.
Possibly. I mean, obviously the relationship they had at Bayern Munich, so that could help him.
3 minutes.
Jack Grealish is gonna chase that, but obviously,
I think he could have got there. A bit too scared of Neuer. Neuer doing Neuer things. Poor pass as well.
2 minutes to go.
Taking far too long. The ball needs to get it forward.
Rudiger. This is another thing in football now. Teams don't really penetrate the way they used to.
Yeah, no.
Not many bodies forwards. Look at that. That's poor.
I think it's a good header. To be fair, nobody is there though.
Harry Kane
wins the header.
Tony Kroos again, gonna link it forward.
Back again.
Let's see what happens. And Pickford shouts and says, "That is mine."
Falls
to the ground and says, "Yo, I am gonna chill here for a while." That guy in the Arsenal shirt is feeling the success because he hasn't felt success in a while. David Beckham.
That's the woman from Dancing on Ice. That's David Seaman's wife.
I can't remember her name. Can't lie to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mrs. Seaman.
Isn't it?
There you go.
Ball goes up.
Harry Kane saying,
tries to win something.
You have my head.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. 1 minute to go. It's safe to say.
It's a foul.
It is a foul.
I don't think that was, but another chance for Germany here.
Body's going to be thrown into the box.
Neuer has to go up, I imagine.
Probably. I think at 2-1 he would go up.
Yeah.
At 2-2, I think they're going to play it safe regardless. They have to have some element of a goalkeeper there. They are going to whip it in though with Tony Kroos.
Praying.
It's whipped in. No German player approaches that. Very poor from those players in the box. It's dealt with.
I think this
Jordan Henderson is almost done.
It is almost over.
England are close to the quarterfinals. Bear in mind, Portugal out. Netherlands out.
Netherlands were never an option, but continue.
France out. And now the Germans
out. This is huge.
10 seconds remain.
9, 8. I'm doing like it's a flipping
Countdown,
New Year
bro.
countdown. New Year's countdown. 5, 4, 3,
Last chance
2,
for Germany,
1.
this team.
Last chance for them to cross it in. If it's dealt with here, I expect the whistle to be blown. Nabry dealt with. Henderson's got to boot it away.
And
it's all over! England are through to the quarterfinals.
Redemption for Gareth Southgate.
Thomas Muller is about to get slaughtered in German press.
He might actually. You probably will do, to be fair.
England. Hey, they did it, team.
They did
They
do
did
it,
it,
man.
thing.
They did it.
3 lions on the shirt.
Raheem Sterling and Harry Kane on the goal sheet with 2 vital goals. They believe it's coming home. Many people in that stand must believe it must be coming home.
Indeed. This is what we missed. Look at the thousands in attendance.
The millions watching at home.
I was about to do it. Shout out DX.
Shout out DX. Oh, my days.
Indeed.
Germany did get mullered.
They got mullered indeed. Wow.
Oh.
No one. I know a lot of people not expecting England to win this game.
Nope.
But they've come through.
It was close, actually.
Muller-
You said 2-0.
Muller needs to get rushed. I do not condone violence on this podcast.
No.
But I hear you still. Pickford being solid. Maguire too. Absolutely. That's you spending like what's that woman's name? What was that show on Disney? David Maguire.
Lizzie Maguire.
That's how you're spelling it,
No.
bro.
You are actually.
Luke Shaw of 1 assist and was very important for the second goal too. Indeed.
True.
What does Jose know? Jose backed him, bro. Let's not do this right now.
Yeah.
Good night at the office for England and Co. 4 clean sheets in 4.
That's true. That is
Facts.
true.
We'll give him some credit for that. The structure has worked. England are through. Jack Grealish is smiling beautifully. We know Big Tans from WTATL official is absolutely gassed looking at him right now.
She must be.
With his assist right now. I know she was shouting Harry Kane, even though she's a Tottenham fan. She was shouting Jack Grealish because that is what it is right now. England are through.
Sweden and Ukraine to come.
Save this for your diaries. England versus Sweden or Ukraine, Saturday, 8 p.m. Be there. Or don't. Do not watch Love Island when this game is on.
Low. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
You can't.
Absolutely not.
You cannot. Thank you, Big Ron.
Shout out Shannon.
Low. Thank you, Big Ron. Thank
Can
you,
we talk
Endo.
about how poor Germany was? You want to go for that one?
We can. To be fair, I don't think they were poor. It's a thing. They just lacked the end product.
Yes.
Build-up play was there. They had some very good opportunities. Muller, obviously, the clear one, but there were a few chances. Maybe an Ozil might have
Maybe.
unlocked a few parts.
Maybe.
But no, I'm only joking. But I don't think they were poor. It was just at the very end, they switched off.
Yeah.
And England capitalized. So fair play to England. They go through.
I co-sign that. I think it's very, look at the fans. I'm loving this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm loving this right now. I hope, actually, no, it's COVID. I hope my dad's not hugging anybody up. But, just giving them the yes, come on.
Yeah.
No, honestly, for me, I think the Germans just, all this tournament haven't been really convinced by them. I think they had their stand-up performance against Portugal.
Yeah.
They did very well with Portugal. But as we see in Portugal defensively in this tournament, were not the best either.
Not at all.
A lot of their games had a lot of goals for many reasons. But they did what they had to do in that game. But other than that, they've not been the most convincing. And we said it. Defensively, those 3 defenders, Hummels had a great time at Bayern Munich, but he's not the same defender he was at Bayern Munich anymore. He's regressing naturally with age. Rudiger, I've never really been a big fan of. Ghent, I've never been convinced by him. So you need to go for it. The lineup didn't convince me. It didn't convince you.
No,
but
it worked.
The way the players applied themselves,
Absolutely.
it convinced them. And they play for the manager. They play for the shirt. They play for the fans. What more can you say? It's a spectacular performance. You haven't seen England fans be this happy in years.
Yeah, years.
In years. Get this West man off my camera, bruv.
In it.
Of my camera, the TV. Get me out of here. But Harry Kane, you needed that goal. And now your tournament starts.
Exactly.
Now your tournament starts.
Exactly. But we thank you for joining us. Thank you for your comments. England are through. Sweden or Ukraine away. Good night.
Good night.